Mr. Tom Brady smashed the Microsoft Surface Pro on the ground in a fit of rage, after a huff and puff. You saw it, right?
He did that again? Wait, he did that last year.
Did he smash a Surface Pro tablet as well?
What's his problem?
You know what? I think you're right. Did he?
Last year there was a video, and it was like, when you're Tom Brady and you're stressed, and he's like, and he's smashing a iPad or something.
Who would do that?
It's him. No, it's the Surface Pro. How many times do I have to say Surface Pro?
Whatever they have.
It's not an iPad. No, because the significance is we just gave away 20 of the Surface Pros from Microsoft. Remember, we hooked up with our buddy Don, the IT guy. Don, the IT guy at Team Logic IT, he facilitated getting us 20 Microsoft Surface Pro tablets, and then Tom Brady, in a fit of rage, takes a tablet and spikes it. I wonder what the condition of that thing is. I wonder if, the whole screen cracked off, if wires and chips were flying out of that thing, or what the hell the deal was. And
it's like he's dropping coffee cups and throwing coffee cups on the floor and breaking stuff.
He's like,
oh, yeah, that's like you, Froggy.
I mean, listen, I'd imagine he has a little more stress in his life than me. I mean, he is 45. He has a lot of bleep going on,
That's right. You grabbed Mason's Christmas cup and smashed it.
Oh, it was Mason's holiday Christmas cup. It'll be just fine. I'm still gluing it back together.
The
holiday hoedown, 1989.
Hey, Andrew, did Mason say anything about that? Did he know about it?
I don't know that he saw.
Good. It's very good. I'm sure he has the holiday hoedown Mason-Dixon 1990 cup he could drink from.
Yeah. Where's our Tom Brady drop? Did that disappear? Yeah, I don't know where the hell it happened.
Oh, the 45, and I got a lot of bleep going on?
Yeah, where the hell is that? It was in a place, and then it moved, and I wanted to leave it in the other place and put it somewhere else, and I have no idea where the hell it went. I knew where it used to be, and there's a blank spot there now. Hey, where's Tom Brady? Do we know where it went?
Tom?
Yeah, I'm trying to find. I found it. Here we go.
I'm 45 years old, man. There's a lot of shit going on.
Yeah, exactly. What kind of stuff's going on?
I'm 45 years old, man. There's a lot of shit going on.
I don't know if
there's only one way to release it: smashing electronics.
Smashing enough.
I like him doing that. He just seems real.
Hold on, you like him doing that?
Yeah, I mean, it's not great.
You
great
think
example
that's
for children.
a great example for the kidlets? Really?
No, but you know what? That's a good talking point with your kids. Kids, you don't want to do stuff like that. Like it's a conversation starter when you're watching the game with your family, and then it's fun to watch.
Is the kid sees him do it, and there's idolized Tom Brady, and then they're playing Fortnite on their iPad an hour later, and then they get killed. And then they Tom Brady the thing right into the ground because he did it. And then the parents are like,
they take their PlayStation 5 or whatever
or
the
their
hell it
iPad
is.
Or our Mini Pro. My kids play on the same exact thing, the Surface Pro.
Whoa.
I gave it to my kids. They use it.
You gave your kids this, really?
So what's the big deal?
Because why wouldn't you travel with that thing? You're on the road, or you're doing your little shelving and family fixture stuff. That thing I'm telling you right now that Surface Pro that Don gave you, that thing is more powerful than that junky laptop that I once saw you use with Scotch tape holding the damn case together.
It's Gorilla Tape, okay, number one.
All right, whatever the hell it is.
Number two, please don't judge me by the way what electronics I use. Okay?
You gave your kids that device?
Now, let me ask you a question.
Do you realize that Windows computer is more powerful than the hunk of crap you use, and you gave it to your kids? Why would you do that?
Can you watch movies on it?
Dude, it's a full Windows computer. Of course you can.
Oh, really?
In a tiny package.
Netflix? Can I get Netflix on it?
Dude, you can watch everything on it. What is wrong with you? Why would you give that to your kids who are, 6 and 10?
7 and 11.
Whatever the hell it is. 7-Eleven.
Just like the store.
Circle K. Your kids are racetrack.
But they love it.
Your kids are Wawa.
What
is Wa? The other's Wa.
Yeah. Hey, Wa. Go get Wa. It's dinner time.
Your kids are 7 and 11.
Yeah, so they love it, though.
I can't. Why would you give that to your kids? That's the dumbest thing in the world. My God. All right.
I did see a protective case around Tom Brady's, though.
There was like a bluish,
I saw that.
Like a silicone case of some type or whatever. I don't think that was able to protect it when you get a quarterback spiking the device on the sidelines because he's all pissed off.
The head electronic guy for the Bucs is like, okay, Tom, seriously, you're going to keep doing this? I mean, we're just rolling through these laptops.
And then Don, the IT guy, he sends me a note. Don,
right,
from Team Logic IT, he sends me a note yesterday, and he's like, maybe we ought to get another Surface Pro over to Tom Brady. I'm like,
that's funny.
No, we're not. Come on.
That's pretty funny, actually.
The NFL has a big sponsorship deal with Microsoft. I'm sure Microsoft is, providing those Surface Pros for all the teams because, they have all the logoed stuff all over the place. And you see even the replay device has Microsoft Surface Pro on it when they when they bring the replay screen out for the refs to see. Yeah, it's all branded and everything. I'm like, Don, we're not giving Tom Brady a new one. My God.
Help him out. Maybe he can't afford one.
He wipes his butt with those things.
Honey, we ran out of a roll of Pro, Surface Pros.
Where the hell's Fester? He told me he was coming to the radio station asleep last night.
No, he texted something. I didn't quite understand it, but it was like, but the gist of it was he was coming in.
Anyway, all right, hold on.
Okay.
Fester, hang on, I don't want to get too late here. Fester, he told me that he was coming in at like midnight last night, flying in from Pennsylvania, and then Fester told me that he was going to come to the radio station.
I got it.
Sleep on a couch.
Oh, he would smell like horrible.
Yeah, no, that's what his text says. He said, I ended up going home last night to sleep, I guess is what he meant.
I hope he showered.
I'm on my way in.
All right, when did he say he was on his way in?
Just while I was driving.
Yeah, because Fester's back from the big RV show up in Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Is he still going to be in airport clothes and smell? Ugh.
What did
Seriously, it's a little early. I need a coffee.
What did you just say?
Airport clothes.
Is he still in airport?
Is he still in his airport clothes?
He's going to have plane body is what it's called.
All right, just getting rolling here. Maybe Fest will be in, maybe he won't. All right, busy Monday show. A lot of crap on the table today. Back in a second. Don't move. MJ Morning Show on Q105. And I want to talk about my good friends at 19 past 6 o'clock on a Monday morning. And yes, he has arrived. Fester is in the house. What's up, dude?
Well, thank you for that triumphant announcement of my return to this program.
So what happened? You had a plan and you didn't stick with your plan. You told me that you were getting in around midnight and that you weren't going to go home, that it was too short of a rest period, and you were going to leave Tampa International Airport. You told me you were going to come right to the radio station, find one of the comfy, cushy couches here, and that you were going to just sleep here at the radio station since you'd have to get up at 4:45 or whatever time you get up anyway. So what happened to that plan? And then apparently you sent the text out to the group, which I still haven't looked at, but your group text said that, nope, change of plans, you're going home to sleep. So what happened?
Okay, so plans are all well and good until the reality of the situation sets in.
Until the reality of the situation sets in.
Yes.
So the reality of the situation set in?
Sat in.
And what was the reality that set in?
The reality was...
No, that didn't sat in.
Yeah, Froggy.
What
are you talking about?
He sat in it last night.
No,
reality.
it's set in. It's not the SAT. SAT has nothing to do with this. No SAT, no ACT, nothing.
You're
right?
No ASVAB.
And no
MCATs.
optional test either. A lot of colleges don't require the SAT and the ACT now.
Wow,
It's
really?
testing optional. Yeah. Why wasn't that the case when I went to damn school?
It's a racket. It's all a racket.
It is.
So, no, I flew in late. The plane landed like at 11:50 in the evening or at night. And I slept on the plane from...
Did you just say 11:50 in the evening or at night?
Well, I mean,
what is the... Why did you feel like you had to clarify that?
Because when you say in the evening, you mean like from 5 to 6:30.
You said 11 o'clock, 11:50. That tells you what you need to know.
You could have dropped in at midnight.
You didn't need.
Yeah, but
you don't need to say evening. You don't need to clarify
I knew what he was
between.
trying to do.
Hold on. You don't need to clarify between evening and night.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't.
Welcome back.
You just said 11:50. 11:50 is all you need.
He was correcting himself because it's like 11:50. He said in the evening, but that would seem like an early time. So he was, 11:50.
Oh yeah,
at night.
because 11:50 always falls between 6 and 7 p.m.
11:50 is not an evening time. 7:15 is an evening time.
But
anything after 8 o'clock is night.
But the other 11:50 is just 10 minutes before noon. So
it's not that I was comparing noon and midnight. Is that evening was the wrong word in the first place.
He wasn't specifying to the 11:50. He was correcting himself for having said evening.
I think evening and night are fine when you say 11:50.
Oh no! I'll see you this evening.
There are not 5 11:50s.
MJ,
there are 2. There's one the late morning and one in the evening.
I'll tell you, MJ, call me this evening. Don't call me at 11:50 at night. That's at night.
That has nothing to do with the price of tea in China.
Yes,
No, it doesn't.
There's a big difference.
All right, so you get in just before midnight last night.
So I get in at 11.
What airline were you on? American? Is that
American Airlines?
All right, so you flew back from Hershey, and you left the Harrisburg. How far is Harrisburg to Hershey?
Like 20 minutes.
Oh, that's close. All right. So you flew from Harrisburg to Charlotte, North Carolina.
Yes.
And then Charlotte, North Carolina to Tampa International.
Yes.
And did everything operate on time?
No issues.
Oh, that's good. So, yeah, on a Sunday night, the end of the weekend, and that's pretty damn good for you to be on time. Yes, Andrew, our producer's frantically waving. This better be good.
Yes, Fester, did you remember to limp?
Okay.
All right, that's a whole different story. All right,
Andrew,
hold on to that thought. All right, that was worth breaking in.
Yes.
All right.
Great observation.
Well,
good question.
All right, hold on to that thought. Now, Fester, I got an angry email. Oh, my God. That reminds me. I got a guy that was so pissed off about your little scam.
Over what?
And and he accused me of condoning it. I didn't condone it. Did I condone that?
I think you acknowledged that it was happening, but you did not condone it. You did not say, "Attaboy, good job." That's a condoning of something.
If anything, I thought that I was averse to you trying to scam.
Quite averse, yes.
I think I was quite averse, actually.
I think you said, I think I want to respond to that guy. Don't hate the player, right?
Listen, I've done this every flight I've been on.
So, Fester, you were up in Pennsylvania because your real job, this is your fake job. This is your side hustle.
Yeah, I got reminded of that Friday morning.
By whom?
The paycheck.
Yeah.
It's like,
Gotcha.
I'm at the RV show. I get a little
Yeah.
bloop on my account. Oh, wait, that's a part-time job.
Because I keep hearing from Froggy and Fester that this job's not even worth really getting up in the morning.
I mean, since gases went up, it's about a wash.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right. So, Fester, you were up in Pennsylvania because
Right.
your real job now is selling RVs for General RV. And you do these big RV shows twice a year, one here locally at the fairgrounds off I-4 in Orient. And then you go to Pennsylvania for the big Hershey Park big RV show. And it's one of the largest in the country. So how'd you do? How'd you do, sales boy?
They did pretty well.
Sales boy.
Sales boy managed to put 9 deals in the box.
Oh, you sold 9 RVs?
I sold 9.
What was the most expensive, the sticker price? What was the most expensive of the RVs that you sold?
$275,000.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah. So, just a
Do
couple.
you get 0.5% of that?
Have you
gotta
added
deliver.
up your commissions?
I don't know commissions yet.
But do you have a rough estimate of how much you hauled in commission-wise selling 9 RVs over the weekend?
Would you like for me to round it to the nearest million? Ready? Here, I'm going to round it to
Those
the
are
nearest.
expensive.
I'm going to round it to the nearest million.
Yeah, why'd you round it?
1. If I were to round it to the nearest million. Yeah, you make a couple of bucks. I mean, certainly worth my while to not have to see you guys for 3 or 4 days.
Very, very good. All right, so anything eventful occur? Usually you've got some kind of crazy story. Anyone like collapse and die while touring one of the RVs? Did
It's so funny.
anyone try to hook up a truck and steal one?
Let's go, baby. Hook it up.
So, unfortunately, the hooking and booking of RVs happens after I left during the breakdown. Nobody tries to steal them during the show. But after the show, that's a real thing.
People do try to steal an RV?
Well, there's heightened security because trucks are coming in and out and pulling the travel
How many
trailers out.
RV, your company, General RV, how many RVs did you guys have up there?
Well, there were multiple areas. I worked in the Winnebago area.
Oh, so you sold Winnebagos.
Only Winnebago.
You didn't sell Forest Rivers?
Forest Rivers were down the way a bit
To
the left.
What about the one that Cousin Ed from Vacation drives and the National Lampoon movies?
That was a Bounder. That was a 1987 Bounder.
Who makes that?
Fleetwood.
Fleetwood.
Yes. So anyway, but they were all these manufacturers were there.
The bleeper's full.
If I told you
Schnitter's full.
I only saw 50 morons walking around this RV show with that shirt on.
Wearing Cousin Ed? How about the hat with the flappers on the side?
They actually have. There was somebody inside the Expo Center, inside the Giant Center where the Hershey Bears hockey team plays.
Never heard of them.
They're called the Hershey
Bears.
Squirts.
The Hershey Squirts.
So that's their mascot.
Yeah.
So there was somebody in there selling inflatable Cousin Eddie RVs or something.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. I've seen those. It's like
inflatable busted RVs.
a Christmas decoration.
Yeah.
Does it say Schnitter's full?
That was one guy. His whole display was all every pun
Great.
based off of that.
Everything with Cousin Eddie from National Lampoon's Vacation.
Oh, it was a good RV
All right,
show, and
so,
I'm back.
So what happened? Why did you come? The original plan was you were going to land at midnight or so, and then come to the radio station. And you sent a message out to the group because you're late. You weren't here for the opening segment.
Right.
So why did you go home when your plan was to come here and sleep on a couch?
You have to remember the day before. Yesterday, Sunday, you get up super early. You're at this RV show. You're standing outside all day. And then they put us on a flight immediately after the show ends. So the show ends at 5. We're on a 7 o'clock flight.
Where the hell do they get all the people to drive the RVs out of there?
They have a whole a whole team of people.
But
it's incredible.
Hundreds of them?
Dozens. And
Okay,
they
all
book back and forth. We have a facility not too far from Hershey.
So what happens to the people that buy their RVs? When do they get them? And how do they get them?
Well,
Can they drive off of them right then and there?
No.
No. Oh, my
I want
God.
to take it home today.
How stupid of me to ask that question.
No, sir. Every RV has to be prepared. It gets detailed. It's gone. If you bought one that was in the show, you pick it up later this
What
week.
if the Schnitter's full? You got to empty that out?
No, leave it. Always check. Always check.
Do people try to use the bathrooms in the RVs during the show?
So that's my thing. There's another RV company there called Meyer RV. I work for General RV. In the north, there's a Meyer RV.
Boo!
And
Boo, Myers.
Screw you, Myers.
Myers blows.
No question. No, that is the truest words I've ever heard on this morning show.
All right.
So people come up to me and they ask, hey, where's the bathroom? Where's the restroom? And I tell them, any one of Myers RVs. Just go right across the way to Myers.
All right, so quickly, I don't want to get too late here, but why did you go home and disturb the whole family at 12:30 when you probably were able to get home? What time did you actually go into the house and why?
Well, I got home probably about 1 o'clock in the morning. I slept on the Charlotte to Tampa flight, and I felt pretty good. I thought I'd be exhausted. And Froggy was right. I had like that oily slick of being outside all day and then being in disgusting airports.
And speaking of which, self-serving question, did you have any sick people next to you on the plane?
I don't think so.
But still, you get like a plane film.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Airport.
right. Fester was on the airplane. All right.
So-
Hang on.
So he showered.
So you
That's good.
decided to go home and you disturbed the whole family, right?
Woke everybody.
Woke everyone up.
I'm home.
I'm home, everybody. Daddy's
Of course
back.
you did. Yeah, because you can't tiptoe around.
No.
All right, hang on. Just getting rolling. I've got a great pile of early morons in the news. We'll do that next. People love the morons in the news because it just makes them feel better because they revel in the fact that, wow, look at these morons. How bad can my life be after listening to these jackwagons? All right, hold on. Morons next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Let's talk. ready for the early chunk of the morons of the news. Well, let's just dive right into this sucker here. Yeah, just call me Maverick. I'm the Maverick of the morons. What do you think?
You are the Maverick of the morons.
Thank you so much. I'm just getting this whole thing on track. I'm teaching everyone how to fly the moron ship over here.
Quite the moron pilot.
Where's no Froggy, no Roxanne? Where the hell do these people go?
I don't know.
Where do they go? All right. No particular order this morning. Just a pretty solid pile of jackwagons here. All right. What's the story with the funeral? The Queen's, is that over with? Is it done?
What's going on right now?
What the hell's going on?
Okay, so I heard Biden was late because he got snarled in traffic.
I thought they were helicoptering him in. I thought he was like one of the few dignitaries that was able to fly a helicopter in.
Yeah, because of the
Take
age.
a left here, Joe.
Shut up.
I'm taking a right. He's lost.
Yeah, it's about right. No,
Is that Jill Biden?
Joe, ask for directions.
Shut up, old lady. I'm in charge.
I want to take the Amtrak over there. That's what I want to take.
Are you serious, Fetcher? He had traffic problems?
Yeah, they were in standstill traffic outside of a coffee shop in London. They were in the Beast, the car that the president drives.
Yeah, so wait a minute. How the hell was there not an arrangement for the president of the United States to not get snarled in traffic?
Yeah, poor handlers.
Yeah. Traffic's probably pretty bad in London right now.
Right.
Right, yes.
All right, anyway.
It's happening right now. I'm watching it on Twitter.
Great. You're watching the whole funeral on Twitter?
Yes, myself and 37,800 others.
Well,
wow.
The whole deal is with this funeral, they keep saying it's going to be like the most watched event in world television history, and it's like, it's a little too much at this point for me. I mean, you have a funeral, but it's just nonstop over the last, was it a week now? How long's it been?
When is she dead? I mean, when is
She's
it over?
pretty dead.
I mean, she's dead.
Yeah.
But when is all this over?
I don't see near enough powdered wigs.
I think it's probably over today, right?
Is it? I mean,
think
this
so.
is it. I'm tired of this now.
That's what I'm thinking. All right, early morons in the news, because I looked up at some of the I see what's going on. All right, I'm just flipping a couple of channels here. All right, there's all the cable stuff. Yeah, all right.
She's still dead.
She is. And listen, she had a remarkable life, and, God save the Queen for all the Brits out there and all those that are into the whole, monarchy deal. And listen, she was 96 years old. It's not like it was, a shocker. My God, we didn't see this coming. I mean, it's.
Are they called cardinals because they dress the same color as cardinals? Because this guy looks like a cardinal.
You're talking about this priest dude?
Yeah.
He's a cardinal.
I mean, if he was wearing blue, would they be called Blue Jays?
What kind of bird would it be?
What other kind of bird can you be?
A tucked titmouse?
if you
What
had a-
color are they?
Yeah.
Scruffy voice would be a warbler.
All right, early morons in the news. I didn't get to these last week, but I had two local drunken driver stories. And, I mean, two local. First of all, I've got zero tolerance for drunk drivers. You saw the latest from over the weekend, the Tampa police officer. You saw that? TPD officer was taking a drunk to jail, and then boom, here comes two vehicles coming up the off-ramp the wrong way on the Leroy Selman crosstown. We got to get to that later on. But speaking of drunk stories, these are two that I didn't get to last week. First of all, Clearwater guy charged with DUI let a 5-year-old kid sit on his lap and drive.
Ugh.
My God. Now, my grandfather, he used to let me do that
Yeah, mine.
on but not on the real road.
Yeah, but if he's really drunk, that might be the best option.
Now, literally, I mean, when I say literally, I mean literally right next to where Woodstock was held in 1969 up in Bethel, New York. When I say literally right next to it, my grandparents' friends, the Feinbergs, they had a little farm, and they had a guest house, and they had a long, long dirt driveway off the road. And when I say off the road, this is like a little, it wasn't even a 2-lane road. It was just a 1-lane road up and down through the hills of the New York State countryside. And my grandparents were friends with the Feinbergs, and they owned literally the land right next to, was it Max Yasner? Was that the guy that owned the Woodstock land? I think that's the guy's name, Max Yasner. Or look it up for me. Will you please? So there was this long, long driveway, and my uncle was up at summer camp up there. And when I was a little kid, before I started going to this summer camp called Camp Ranger in Bethel, New York, which was like a mile away from where Woodstock was held, my grandfather always had like a Cadillac. My grandfather always had a big boat of a Cadillac.
Didn't everybody's?
Yeah, I think so. And my grandfather used to let me sit on his lap on this long dirt drive off the road all the way to the actual house, which was about a half mile, I think, if I were to estimate. There was a big chicken coop right off the side of the road.
How many chickens did you run over?
No, but all the chickens were inside the coop, all right?
Thank God.
My grandfather used to let me sit in his lap and drive down the dirt road.
Aww.
And, he'd operate the gas and the brake, and I was able to steer. And that was the coolest thing in the world to me. But that's on, like, private property on a dirt road.
Still illegal.
And we're going 5 miles an hour.
Here, steer, Todd. Left, no right, no left.
Clearwater police arrested a guy who they said let his 5-year-old drive a vehicle around 6 p.m. This is a week ago. Officers got a call about a child sitting on a man's lap and driving on Flagler Drive in Clearwater. Cops show up, so the Clearwater police show up, and they saw vehicles swerving all over the road. And I guess dust was flying in the air. I guess they were on the same dirt road I was on. Anyway, the cop pulls the car over, and Skylar Gage Albright, 28 years old of Clearwater, was in the driver's seat, but he had a 5-year-old on his lap.
Well, at least he was still doing the pedals himself.
But, well, hold on. You're trying to find what, like...
Silver lining.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Yeah. You're trying to find a silver lining here?
Sounds like a father-son bonding.
In most cases, there's a silver lining.
Neither were wearing a seatbelt. So the 28-year-old was not wearing a seatbelt. The 5-year-old was not wearing a seatbelt.
Oh, well.
What do you take a seatbelt? You put it across the two of you. Exactly. The guy told the officer he was teaching the kid how to drive as they were coming back from Clearwater Beach.
Hey, the earlier you start, the better you might be.
Yeah, I'm sure that went over well. Yeah. Hey, officer, no problem. Nothing to see here. I'm teaching the 5-year-old how to drive as he sits in my lap. Yeah, the defendant stated that they drove approximately halfway and allowed the child to drive the other half. Well, the officer wrote in this affidavit, and he claims that he allowed the kid to drive for about 5 minutes.
Oh, that's fun. What a memory.
Yeah, and kids, they don't have a long attention span anyway. 5 minutes is about right.
God.
Take the manual shift, little Bobby.
According to the police, Albright showed signs of impairment. Oh, really? He was swaying back and forth. He couldn't speak clearly. He was slurring his speech. His eyes were all bloodshot. Oh, and then, of course, had a couple of beers.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's what the standard comment is. Yeah, how much, sir, did you have to drink? Oh, I just had a couple of beers.
That's why he had the kid driving.
That is the number one response is, oh, just a couple of beers. Yeah, nothing to see here, no problem.
Just one beer.
Sir, how much did you have to drink? Or, ma'am, how much did you have to drink? Oh, I just had a couple of beers.
Had about 12 shots.
That is the number one. If that was a Family Feud answer, that'd be the number one answer on the board. Survey says... Number one answer on the board.
Congratulations.
A couple of beers.
Good answer.
When you're pulled over, what do you tell the officer if you're weaving and swerving and you can't walk a straight line? How much did you have to drink?
I'll go with a couple of beers.
On the board. Thanks for coming to Louis Anderson's Family Feud.
Why do you have to pick?
Damn it.
What's the matter?
I was thinking the same thing, MJ. Every time we make a Family Feud, You bring up the most inconsequential of the hosts.
What do you mean? I was the best.
Why do you bring up the worst of the Family Feud hosts?
Thanks for coming on Louie Anderson's Family Feud. Yeah. Now coming in, you are enormous. What's your, the Sicilianos? All right.
All right,
You're
so-
bigger than me.
All right, hold on. First of all, you could be Richard Dawson.
Yeah.
And you could come over and give me a big fat kiss.
I would.
I know you would. So would Louie.
Louie.
So, rest in peace, Lou.
I don't want to be him.
You could have been Ray Comb.
No, I don't want to be a Ray. We're going to hang myself.
All right, that's
What about
not
Steve
that's not
Harvey?
nice.
Steve Harvey, please.
Listen, I got to be honest.
Piano key teeth.
The only person that says Family Feud to me, it's not Steve Harvey. It's not Ray Combs. It's not the guy from Home Improvement, Richard
Karn.
or whatever his name was.
I forgot about him.
Louis Anderson. No. The only person that is consequential when it comes to hosts of the Family Feud, Richard Dawson.
Oh, the guy who molested every female contestant?
Dude,
He did.
I was watching on a retro
Yeah.
game show channel.
He was the original Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah.
Get in here.
A real Me Tooer before it even started.
Harvey Weinstein had a type. Richard Dawson went for everybody.
Oh, yeah.
He was tonguing.
Oh, yeah.
Universal attraction.
The woman could look like Fester, and she was still getting a kiss.
Even little kids.
Did he ever get like lip fungus? Did he ever get any? Did he ever
You've
get
brought that up
mono?
before. That's a good
Did he ever
question.
get mononucleosis?
Mono.
Did he ever get like herpes on his lip because he caught it from Estelle?
I think
Or-
it just strengthened his immune system. All those
don't
different
know.
lips.
They should have did that on the old prank show. You know, you can't, or what was it? The first prank show, whatever, that Dick Clark hosted, they should have put fake herpes all over his lips before get in here and tried to kiss contestants. Oh, no, Richard, please. Thanks for having me. Oh.
Anyway, this bonehead in Clearwater, he was booked on DUI charges, and he was also hit with child abuse charges for driving drunk, weaving and swerving with a 5-year-old driving on his lap. What a bonehead. And then here's another one. I don't know what's going on in Clearwater. So this guy was Gage Albright, and then there was another Clearwater story last week. Guy arrested. This dude blew 5 times over the legal limit. Blew a .418 and a .417.
That's deadly.
Michael Sewell, 42, was driving a Nissan erratically on Eastlake. And this dude, can you believe a .418 and a .417?
Yeah, you're into death territory at that
How
point.
the hell are you not passed out? How are you even able to weave and swerve and put other people's lives in jeopardy when your blood alcohol level is that damn high?
Does anybody know any serious alcoholics in here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe he's at. Maybe you have to be a serious alcoholic to be like that high. Like you drink a handle every day of vodka.
Maybe it's like the first time he ever drank ever and just got out of control.
Maybe that
Or-
too.
or-
There's no tolerance.
Maybe he's doing uppers with the alcohol, and that's what's keeping him up to drive.
Or that. Or he's doing speed.
Where'd you come up with that? All right. Hey, I am just scratching the surface on the Morons. In fact, the Morons are so tasty today. We're going to do 2 chunks of the imbitards in the news. All right, hold on. Back in a second on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Don't move. Monday, as we launch a whole new week of MJ Morning Show crapcasting. Are you bringing in a cup of, is that hot water or is that cold water? What is that? Roxanne's walking in with I can see it's a cup of water. It's
a cup of water, and I just dumped it on myself and my phone. So.
Oh my God, what's up with you?
My lower lip didn't hold the water in.
Glitter on your chest?
No, she's glistening because of the water that's beating up on all of the product she uses on her upper chest area.
She's glistening. She's got a photo shoot coming up.
Nice.
And she's getting sprayed with the glisten.
Yeah.
The glisten sprayer is what it is.
I'm gonna have a fan to blow my hair.
Ah, fantastic. All right. if you're a Microsoft Surface tablet, being around Tom Brady is not a good thing. We'll get into this in much greater detail coming up a little later on, probably when we start the long chunk of the MJ Morning Show. But for the early morning listeners, for those that listen to the MJ Morning Show early, Tom Brady yesterday, and you can even listen to the commentators from yesterday.
Oh, the frustration level for Tom Brady is high.
So there you go.
Yes.
That's the audio of the commentators commenting on Tom Brady on the sideline taking another Microsoft Surface Pro tablet and spiking it, just smashing it on the ground. And then Fester reminded me that this was earlier, but reminding me again that Tom Brady also smashed a Microsoft Surface tablet. What is that?
My coffee cup, sorry. I'm moving my coffee cup, and I hit something.
But you just clinked it twice.
I'm so sorry.
Okay, all right.
You're insane.
So Fester reminded me that last year, Tom Brady also smashed a Microsoft Surface tablet, but last year, the thing was in pieces. We saw him like chuck the tablet, and it had all come apart. It was like parts were dangling off the thing. And that was that also during the New Orleans game as well?
Yeah, it was a Saints game in December.
What the hell is it with Tom Brady and Microsoft Surface tablets on the sideline when it comes to the New Orleans Saints?
So yesterday was the first time Tom Brady had beaten the Saints in the regular season. He's played them 4 times previously.
Yeah. Well,
and was lost every time.
Yeah, the Saints and the Bucks, it's a nasty rivalry. The teams don't like each other. There's tons of crap talking, but Tom Brady was not very successful with the New Orleans Saints.
Don, the IT guy, just sent me an apology video that Tom Brady did, so I'm trying to listen to it right now.
Hold on, can you get it to Andrew?
Yeah, I'm going to go get it to
I think
Andrew.
that might be was that from the one in December or the one from last week?
Which one? Well, last week.
Last night.
Dude, yesterday.
So, MJ, I remember the Bucks even issued a statement reprimanding him or something, or even having a little fun with him smashing the one last season.
Let's go a little deeper.
Yes.
Is this an indication as to how he acts at home? And is this a part of why his marriage? Does he snap?
You know what? Hold on.
Does she say,
hold on. Guys, this is exactly, I didn't want to do this
Okay,
here
all right.
because I have a lot of stuff. Let's save all this. Froggy, keep all of your questions about whether Froggy smashes electronics at home as well.
Tom.
Brady.
What did I say?
Yeah, not Froggy smashing
I would never do
electronics.
such a thing
Oh, did
ever.
I say?
Yeah.
All right. So hold on. Let's deal with this in the next segment when we have a little more time. All right. But these are all good questions. I just wanted to play the quick little audio bite for the early crowd of Tom Brady smashing another tablet. It's like 2 tablets that we know of. What about practice? Has he smashed these in? All right, we'll get into all this coming up in just a bit here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. All right, the morons continue here. A couple of things. Now, I didn't get to this last week. It's still, it absolutely bears discussion because I want all the kids to know that are getting ready for school right now. It is not okay to set a classmate's clothing on fire. All right? So the MJ Morning Show public service message of the day for all of the kids getting ready for school, do not light a classmate's clothes on fire.
All right, today's the 19th. Okay.
Yeah, and we have a Tampa teen, and this was last week. The teen was facing charges for purposely igniting another kid's sweatshirt on fire at school. So last Wednesday, Tampa firefighters, they were called to the North Tampa Success Center about 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
That's the name of the school?
Yeah, I'm guessing it's
Like a charter school
like
or
a
something?
special operation. I'm not quite familiar with the North Tampa Success Center.
Do they have an arson department?
Well, apparently the kid was successful in lighting a classmate's sweatshirt on fire. I don't know if that's a success you want to brag about, but again, for all the kids listening this morning, I would highly recommend not lighting other kids on fire. Is this an indication that this kid might be a problem adult? You think this is a kid that's going to be incarcerated?
Or a fan of Alicia Keys.
Yeah.
Or a fantastic chef. I mean,
This
so many
student's on fire. Yeah, don't light anyone on fire. Anyway, the victim was wearing a hooded sweatshirt, so he was wearing a hoodie. When the victim felt heat from the fire, he quickly began slapping at the back of his sweatshirt to put out the fire. This is according to the presser I'm looking at from the Tampa Police Department. The victim was not injured. However, a 3-inch hole was burned in his sweatshirt.
Oh, no, not the sweatshirt.
Yeah, the teenager who ignited the sweatshirt, he was arrested and charged with aggravated battery with a deadly weapon and also disrupting school.
Is there a statement from the sweatshirt?
We have no statement from the hoodie.
Damn it.
Nothing at all. And we don't know exactly what was used to set the kid on fire. I'm guessing it was a lighter. A little.
It's a good guess.
I'm sure the kid had a lighter. I don't think he had a little portable blowtorch. You ever see those little portable blowtorches you can get? Little handhold things?
Yeah.
What?
Little handheld things?
Like for the creme brulees, Froggy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Little portable. No, my dad had a real tiny one. When I was a kid, my dad had one, and it was not like the mini bottle. It was there were little bottle. You know the little Whippet canisters?
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, like the little nitrous oxide that when you made like whipped cream at home? My dad had a device that it was like a little metal. It was almost like you were holding a pair of pliers, but it had like 2 little like canisters of nitrous, and you screwed those in, and it was a little handheld device. I don't know if they make those anymore, but my dad, it was the coolest thing in the world. And, you know, he said, you touch this, I'll beat you within an inch of your life. Mm-hmm. No, my dad didn't. He didn't say. No, but my dad warned me, don't ever touch this thing. He said, listen, kids, and you see a little, burn the whole damn house down.
Yeah.
But listen, what kind of a stinking delinquent lights another kid on fire in a school function? That doesn't make any sense.
Sure doesn't. It definitely makes no sense.
Yeah,
I think I'm going with the lighter. I don't think he rubbed 2 sticks of wood together.
Yeah, I'm thinking the kid did a lighter. Absolutely. Hey, another kid. we got great students in the news here, folks. All right, so from one kid lighting another kid on fire here in Tampa to how about over in Orange County? How about a student driving in excess of 90 miles an hour, almost a cool Hyundai? An Orange County student was driving 96 miles an hour in a 45 zone. And when he was finally stopped, and this was on Apopka Vineland Road near Olympia High School over in Orange County.
Now, is that the school he was trying to get to?
Yes.
Okay.
Guess what he told the police?
He was running late.
He was running late for
Okay.
class.
I mean,
that was it.
Totally reasonable.
He was running late for class, so he was doing 96 in a 45.
He's honest.
I mean, did he get there on time?
No,
Well,
he was
obviously
pulled
not.
over for doing 96 in a 45. He wasn't on time.
Okay, so does that make it an acceptable tardy if you're being detained by law enforcement?
The kid will be hit with a fine of approximately $1,100 if he's convicted. So a $1,104 fine. And, he also has enhanced charges for driving more than 50 miles over the limit. Really? It takes, for to get hit with enhanced charges, you got to be driving 50. I thought it was like driving 20 over or 30 over that you got hit with like enhanced charges.
There might be different levels of enhancement.
My God. With less than 1 year of driving experience, we hope this encounter changes his long-term driving behaviors and prevents any future recklessness. This is according to a post on social media from the Orange County Sheriff's Office. This is a good reminder that nothing, even being on time for school, justifies these speeds and the danger that it puts everyone in. You got to be kidding me. 96 and a 45. That's a bonehead. Unbelievable. And, I'll get to this. I got a couple of airplane stories. So I will continue with a couple of airplane stories. Now, have you ever met somebody? Let me cliffhanger folks with this. Have you ever met somebody on an airplane who, for whatever reason, is unbelievably defensive of the overhead bin space above their head? Have you ever run into anyone on an airplane who is remarkably defensive of the overhead storage space? You know, the bin above you. And I got a nutty item coming up in just a bit. We'll also deal with the Tom Brady situation. We will carve out enough time. Also, do you think Tom's kind of lackluster start, fidgeting and fumbling that? Did you see the snap where his hands were not even like in the proper receiving position? And like the football hit the back of his hands?
Was he have the yips?
I don't know what was going on, but is this all Giselle related?
I have some information.
All right, so hold on. We'll get into the whole Tom Brady situation, including the smashing of the Microsoft Surface in much greater depth coming up. And then, folks that are into tattoos, there is this new tattoo. I don't know if I'll call it a trend, but there people are getting these tattoos, a certain type, and I don't know what the hell they're thinking. I don't know what's going through people's heads to get a particular tattoo, which we're going to tell you about next. So don't move. All that is coming up in a minute here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Oh, also coming up, we'll rock the cash box. You realize we're less than an hour away. So at 8 o'clock, we'll give you the new special word. And we're going to rock the cash box here, folks. All right, hold on. We'll give you all the details coming up. Your shot to win $1,000 is coming up here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105, so stand by. Hey, want to talk... 7:23. Yeah, we're going to rock the cash box coming up. And, 5 times a day, beginning today. And our first one's going to be at 8 o'clock. Got another one of our big nationwide contests, here with our radio station and radio company, where we're giving away $1,000 5 times a day. Yeah, 8 a.m., 10 a.m., 12 noon, 3, and then 5 p.m. So we will give you the special keyword in just a little bit. So 35 minutes away. So 8 o'clock is the first rock the cash box word, and your shot, your chance to win $1,000 is coming up in just a bit here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Stand by. Now, the airplane deal, and there's not a whole lot of information about this. It was a pilot was interviewed about passengers behaving badly. And there are a ton of passengers that are just freaking out these days. We've seen the fights. We've seen the airport incidents. We've seen gate agents getting attacked by people. I mean, it's nuts. Remember it was a sports guy. Wasn't it a football player that got into a fight with a ticket counter guy at Newark International, right?
A retired NFL guy.
Yeah.
And the ticket counter guy kicked his ass.
I mean, crazy. Say it again.
The ticket counter guy beat him up.
No, it was the passenger. He threw the ticket counter guy back behind the counter, and the guy got knocked into some cart. Remember that?
Must be thinking of a different one.
Yeah, you must be thinking of something else. But the guy at Newark Liberty, he was a former football player, and they got into an altercation, and ultimately, the United ticket agent or the counter dude, he got the bad end of the deal. And he also, I believe, was fired.
Yeah, he lost his job.
United Airlines fired the guy.
He came out from behind the counter to get confrontational with
Anyway,
the wrong guy.
it's nonstop. We're just getting all of these stories about passengers just behaving badly. And it seems that after the pandemic, it's been accelerated. For whatever reason, these incidents are just more common. We have, for instance, the people trying to bring guns through security. That's up for some reason. We heard at the end of last year, there were more actual in-flight problems recorded last year than all of the years that the FAA had been keeping track.
And more people on no-fly lists now.
Oh, I'm sure that's the case. So a pilot was being interviewed about passengers, air safety, the incidents going on with passengers, and the pilot remained anonymous. So the pilot did not want to be identified, and they did not reveal what airline it was. But in the article that I saw, the pilot says a passenger was so aggravated because the flight was delayed. They finally got on the airplane, and the passenger told another passenger, if you put your bag in the overhead bin above my head, I'm going to knock your teeth out.
Okay.
Well, I mean, that is preventative, because if you were to get a bag to fall on your head, it might knock your own teeth out. So,
can you imagine that? Can you imagine you're on an airplane? Do you own this? This is an interesting question. Do you own? Is that yours? The luggage bin space above your head on an airplane, if your seat is right below it, does that mean that that's your space?
All right.
That no one else can utilize? Of course not.
Okay, there's an unwritten rule that's your real estate.
If
you have this seat underneath the overhead compartment, then you should be... you should have first right of refusal to what's directly over your head. You put your stuff over where you're sitting.
Only if you get there first.
Right, because there are 3 people in that row. So would all 3 of you get to fight over that little piece above? You're saying just the aisle person?
So you think that if you're in row, let's say 12A, B, or C, so you've got the window, the middle, or the aisle. I'm just going with the standard, single row, like an Airbus 320 or a 737. So you're saying that if you're in row 12, A, B, and C, that the luggage space right above you in the bin right over your head, you think that should only be used by that row?
By ABC.
No. Well, or 12. No, it's more. It's 12.
By that row.
Yeah, 12 A, B, or C.
Those three people have first right to that.
Yeah.
No.
Yes, they do.
No.
That's absolutely.
No, because what happens is, just think about it logistically. If I get on the plane and I go to 11
nothing
or 10,
is worse than when the plane lands and some jackass has his bag 6 compartments back because he was a late roller and he has to go
that's what happens.
He has to go like a salmon.
Yeah.
He has to go against the flow of traffic.
Got to swim upstream.
Yeah.
Is there a bear waiting to catch the salmon as it's running up to spawn?
On planes that I'm on, it's me.
Here's what I want to do. I wasn't planning on this, but, Fester, you introduced a little argument here. If we have any flight attendants or pilots that are listening right now, flight attendants or pilots, I would love to get you to opine on this. I'd love to get you to phone in. And I don't think there's a rule. There's no
way.
If when you're in coach, I think that in first class or business, I think you can be a little more picky and choosy because typically there are less seats there and there's usually plenty of luggage space up in first class. But I'd like to hear from pilots or flight attendants about the bin space, the luggage space right above passengers' heads. And is there a claim? What do you foresee in the industry? What have you seen, and what do you foresee as a rule? Is there a rule regarding the luggage space right above your head? Because let me give out the number, 800-990-1047. So if you're a pilot or if you're a flight attendant, and I know I'm being very specific here, or listen, if you're a regular traveler, and maybe you have some thoughts on this. So do you want to agree or disagree with Fester? I love to get pilots and flight attendants. And again, if you want to remain anonymous and don't say what airline you work for, that's fine. But first choice would be pilots and flight attendants, 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. But with Fester introducing this little crinkle in the plans where Fester says, no, that space is yours, I'd like to hear from other passengers as well. What is your perception of this? What is your mantra? What is your belief system when it comes to the luggage space? Should you have like first right of refusal, or should that be you get first dibs? Or if you're on an airplane with 150 other people, hey, you get luggage space where you can get your luggage space. All right, 800-990-1047, 800-990-1047 on the MJ Morning Show. Fester, we're taking calls. Could you bring the screener up? Would that be something you could do for me? Yes, Rox.
I want to know with this knock your teeth out guy, the guy who we're talking about who started all of this. So are we to assume there weren't any bags above his head? It was just a blank space? Because that's what you do. You fill the cabin. I mean, you fill the overhead space.
The pilot that was interviewed for the story about passengers behaving badly, again, no airline identified. The pilot said a passenger was annoyed about flight delays. They finally got on the plane, and he told people if anyone puts a bag in the space above his seat, if anyone tries to use the luggage bin above him, quote, I'll knock your effing teeth out. So, look at the phones on this. Let me grab Ruth is in Ellington. Ruth, you're on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Hi.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Ruth, are you a flight attendant?
No, I'm not. I'm a passenger that has a beef with people who stick their luggage in row number 10 and then walk down to row number 23 and sit their happy butt down, and then so they don't have to schlep their bags all the way to the back.
Right.
Well, that's a problem. That's rude.
But dropping your bag early is much smarter than dropping your bag late, or sometimes people get on late or due to the boarding process, you're in group 5 or group 6 and there's no luggage space where you're sitting and you got to go all the way to the back, and that's what Fester's complaining about. Now you're complaining about the folks that grab early bin space well before their seat.
Exactly.
That's rude. Yeah.
That's plain rude. There's no reason for it. You've got luggage rack above your bin. Why not put it there?
So I guess they're being preemptive. They're trying to make sure, oh no, what if my bin is full? I'm just going to pop it here and I can grab it on the way out, because if I get to my bin and my bin's full and I have to go backwards and swim upstream like Fester said.
I think you have folks that try to play the bird in the hand game, as you're walking down the aisle. Ruth, thanks for the call. I appreciate it. All right, Mike is next on the MJ Morning Show. Hi, Mike.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Mike, are you in the industry or just a passenger?
Just a passenger, just fly a good bit for work, and like the other caller said, you see it all the time where people drop their bag off and walk to the back of the plane, and it's not their spot.
So you have a major problem with that as well.
It sounds like everybody kind of
absolutely,
agrees with me.
And actually, you're not allowed to do it. I've a few guys have gotten caught by the stewardesses or the flight attendants, and they're told to bring their bags back, but also. What ends up happening is everybody's got a carry-on and a backpack, usually myself, and, people will throw their backpacks up in the bin space.
Yeah, see, that's another problem is the larger bag should go overhead, and anything that can fit in the seat in front of you underneath, that's where those items should go. And what happens is you have people that they bring their carry-on on the airplane and then the personal item, and then they try to jam them both up on top. And then that chews up the bin space because people are like, oh, no, I want my foot room under my seat. When, in fact, under your seat, that's where you're supposed to put your personal item.
Oh, for sure. And, we've all been on a flight where it's just that, someone gets on there late and, they're looking for the last bin space in the back of the plane and everybody has to wait.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is, Mike, is that a lot of the airlines these days, they're doing like the basic ticket, the cheapest ticket, where you're not allowed to bring a carry-on bag on. You can only bring a personal item that does fit underneath the seat in front of you, and they typically enforce that by those passengers are in a certain number boarding group, so they know that when they get on the airplane, no, you're not supposed to have that big rolling bag with you. You're only supposed to have, a handbag or something like a backpack that can go under the seat in front of you. Mike, good call. Appreciate it. Any flight attendants or do we have? What do we have, Andrew? What do you have? Oh, you got a pilot on 6. All right, hang on a minute. Mark is a pilot. Hey, Mark, welcome to the MJ Morning Show. Mark is in Valrico. Hi.
Hi, good morning.
All right, Mark, you're a commercial pilot?
Yeah, for 35 years for a major airline. I've listened to the commentary regarding overhead bins. Customarily, the bin over the 3 seats on that aisle are supposed to be for the people occupying those seats, but that's not a hard RAS rule.
Yeah, nobody
hold on.
Unwritten rule.
Mark, the pilot, said customarily, but it's not. You said it's not a hard written rule, though, right?
No, you reserve your seat. You can't reserve an overhead bin.
Right.
But, customarily, you would expect that space to be open. And I've traveled for many years because I used to commute to my my job.
So you lived here and your base was where?
In Newark, New Jersey for 18 years, and I was in Houston for 9 years.
All right, so that's called deadheading. You would just go to the other cities to grab your flight wherever you were flying.
Right.
So you rode in the back of the plane plenty of times, obviously, coming and going to work. And how many times did you see fights over bin space?
Well, I saw people disagree, maybe 3 times. And I saw a lot of people get frustrated because they'd get to their seat and they'd look and there'd be no space left. And they'd have to go three rows behind their seat to find a spot for their bag. But, that's pretty common. People at one time brought a lot of stuff on board airplanes, whereas years ago they didn't. Most baggage was checked. I know a lot of airlines are nickel and diming now over bag fees.
Yeah, well, it's nickel and diming, but also the amount of bags getting lost is dramatic these days. My wife and I, we just don't like waiting on the other end, and we have really gotten our travel and our packing down to a science where we can go overseas for like a 2-week summer vacation, and we all have a wheelie bag and a backpack, and that's it. We don't check anything. The whole family can do that.
You're minimalist.
Yeah.
Right.
So, hey, Mark, do you still fly?
I do. Yes, sir. I'm getting close to retirement.
So you're going to go all the way to 65?
I've got about 10 more months if I can make it. Yes, sir.
Wow. And what is the equipment you fly? What type of plane?
Well, 737, but I've flown the 727 MD-80s, DC-9,
Wow.
757, 767.
All right, so you never heard, and of course, the story that started this all was a pilot told the story of a passenger telling another passenger, if you use the bin above my head, I'll knock your bleeping teeth out.
Well, that's a personal threat. In a case like that, the person would be escorted off the airplane by security.
Yeah, you would have that person ejected. You don't want that person on your flight. Hey, Mark, fly safely and enjoy retirement. Hey, there was talk that the FAA might, or Congress was pushing to move the retirement age to like 67, which I would support.
They they anticipated tremendous shortage of pilots because there are many in my age group that are retiring. Plus, a lot of them left during the COVID scare who didn't want to get vaccinated. So that right there, caused airlines to park a lot of planes because they didn't have enough pilots to fly them. And they just, between that and the guys turning 65, they're having a hard time finding replacements.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I will take a 65-year-old experienced pilot with 30,000 hours over some guy that got rushed through the commuter system because there's a shortage any day of the week. Hey, Mark, thanks for the call.
Have a good day, sir.
You too. All right, let me grab one more, and then we'll get into the whole Tom Brady meltdown on the sidelines yesterday. Amy is in Ellington. Amy, you're on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Hi.
How you doing?
Doing well. All right, go ahead.
I just think you pay for your seat. You don't pay for the overhead bin. Check your bag. Why do you need your clothes above you? I travel twice a week for my job, and I've never had a problem with
the reason why we don't check unless the kids are going to school and they've got 3 bags and all their crap is Chloe going overseas for a year and Julian, my son, going to boarding school. Other than that, we don't check. And
right,
I don't want to wait at the other end. Sometimes we've waited as long as an hour before they got the bags out. And so many people are getting their bags lost these days, and people flying from, let's say Tampa to Boston, and suddenly their bag ends up in Amsterdam,
I can tell you without a doubt, if somebody threatened to knock my teeth down my throat for putting a bag over their head, I would put my bag over their head and I'd say, if you feel froggy, jump.
All right, hold on, Amy, what if somebody threatened to knock out your front teeth and you were on Frontier?
I straight up would look at them and say, if you feel froggy, jump.
Is that your only go-to threat line?
I mean, come on.
Thanks.
It works on a plane.
Are you my grandfather trying to clear out a speakeasy? If you're feeling froggy, jump.
Or this might be a good time to use the Blues Brothers line. You're going to look pretty funny eating corn on the cob with no bleeping teeth.
If you're feeling froggy, then jump.
Oh, my God. Andrew, thank all the other callers. I'm going to move on here.
Spaghetti Western.
Let's deal with Tom Brady, and then we'll deal with the tattoo story. And I just don't know who would actually do this. All right, first, though, Tom Brady. And there's a lot to try to deal with here. Tom Brady did not look good from the start yesterday. I thought Tom Brady just looked disorganized. He did not have a great... Listen, the damn score was 3-3. You had a 3-3 game into the third quarter. I mean, the Bucs really didn't come to life until the big brawl. But, early on, Brady bobbled the ball. I mean, the first drive, Brady's like bobbling he had his hands in the wrong position. I mean, what was that?
You talking about during his fumble, when he fumbled the ball?
Well, but his hands were in the wrong position. The snap comes, and instead of Brady's hands being in the receiving the ball position, like he was delivering a baby underneath there, his hands were like, the ball hit like the back of his hand.
Like he closed his left gloved hand too soon.
Is he so distracted by the Giselle thing that he forgets basic snap rules and receiving the snap football?
Yes, it's like his first day ever walking onto the football
field. If you saw what happened, and you were at the RV show up in Hershey, Pennsylvania, so you didn't see it, it looked like Brady's first day on the first drive yesterday.
That was his third fumble since becoming a Buccaneer, and all 3 fumbles against the Saints.
I tweeted something out, and let me find my tweet yesterday. So I tweeted this out, and I stick by it. I tweeted out, I read Tom Brady is going to get Wednesdays off this season as a personal day. Kind of looks like he's taking Sunday off too. Come on, man. Get the Giselle thing out of your head for 3 hours.
What a heckler you are.
Is that heckling?
Wow.
what are you
It's taunting.
doing?
It's something. Yeah.
All right, so I did tweet that. No, because he was just disappointing. It looked like Brady is distracted, and it's got to be the Giselle thing.
Ever heard of compartmentalizing, Tom?
Yeah.
I mean, gosh, what are you doing?
All right, do you have the audio? Bring up the audio, Fester,
Okay.
of the Surface Pro tablet spike. And then Tom Brady, he smashed another one of the tablets. These are the commentators on Fox on the sideline. Go ahead and hit the audio here, Fester. Go ahead and hit play. All right, here it is. Listen to this.
Come on, computer.
Oh, boy, is it locking up here?
I don't know.
All right, just leave it alone. I got it. Just leave it alone. All right, so
The frustration level for Tom Brady is high.
right there. And he smashes the tablet.
And that is some heat on the tablet.
And that is some heat on the
So
tablet.
even the commentator's kind of being a jerk here. Oh, look at
What
this.
do you mean he's being? Tom Brady takes a tablet and smashes it on the ground in the Superdome yesterday
Yeah, you
in
have
New
a
Orleans.
commentator. Oh, there's some heat on the tablet. Look at that tight spiral.
You see him grab the Microsoft Surface Pro tablet and smash it on the ground yesterday.
Oh, the frustration level for Tom Brady is high.
Wow.
Yeah, that might have been his best throw of the game yesterday, actually. Yeah. But this is on the heels of last year. Tom Brady smashed another tablet also in a New Orleans game. And that one, we didn't see the aftermath of this tablet. Now, last year, Tom Brady destroyed the tablet, and the pieces were dangling. The screen had come off. It was like in pieces, and he chucks it. So he had already apparently smashed it on the bench or smashed it. It was still in his hand as it was coming apart. That was last season. And is there audio on this one, Fester?
So this is footage of him at home against the Saints. I haven't heard it yet because I can't hear my computer.
All right, here we go. All right, right here. And look at that. The whole thing comes apart.
Microsoft tablets have taken some blows over the years.
So he just wants to break something expensive, or do you think he just doesn't like what he sees on the tablet?
Does he have
Blames
to pay?
the tablet.
I know that Microsoft has a deal with the NFL for the surfaces, and you see it branded everywhere. You see the logos on the sidelines. When the refs look at the replays, you'll see that the little hood has the Microsoft Surface logo on it. So it's a total deal with the NFL. Now, if Tom Brady smashes these things, are these like Gatorade cups, or does he have to pay for the tablets that he smashed to bits?
I wonder if that comes out of his paycheck.
To him, they're Gatorade cups.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, bill me. Fine, I'll break them all.
But what do you think about the Giselle thing? What do you think about the Giselle distraction? He just seems very frustrated. And I got to be honest, I thought that, and the question is this fair game or not fair game? Should the media be asking him about Giselle, for instance? So, Andrew, do you have any of the audio from the press conference after the game? Do you have some? Do you have a little bit? Is it on did he put it on the board? All right, so here we go. This is Tom Brady. There's a little bit of post-game here. Here's some post-game audio. Listen.
It's an emotional game, so I don't think that's, I think a little better execution helps all the way around. Defense played great again. Line fought hard. All the guys that were in there fought hard. It's really tough team, really well coached. Team we really struggle with, so it feels good to win.
All right, so listen, I'm not going to play the whole presser, but you can hear the reporters asking the questions. You think it's off base, or do you think it's not fair game? Because clearly he's got a lot of crap going on in his personal life. Tom Brady's got a lot of stuff going on.
I'm 45 years old, man. There's a lot of shit going on.
And a lot of it is this Giselle situation. The story that Giselle has moved out, that they had some major blowouts over Tom's return to the NFL and the unretiring. Do you think that the reporters, the sports reporters, are wussing out by not saying, "Hey, Tom." No one's asking about Giselle. I mean, I'm listening to the after game presser, and nobody's bringing it up. That's the flipping 2,000-pound gorilla in the room. Is that the whole Giselle and family thing? Is why are you shaking your head? It's weighing on him.
Okay, there's a friend of mine who covers the Bucks, and he's like, "Hey, if you ever want me on the MJ Morning Show to talk sports, let me know." And I was like, we do it a little differently around there. You want to come on and talk about, Giselle? And he's like, oh, no. Like, they don't really, a lot of them just steer clear of that because it's going to anger him. Do I think it's appropriate to ask that after the game? No. I think he does compartmentalize. And his receivers didn't catch everything, and his offensive line is still banged up, and I think the center.
There are a lot of factors, absolutely. But the underlying factor is Tom's having trouble at home, according to all the reports. And do I empathize? I do. I feel bad for the guy. But if that's affecting his head a little bit, and then he has the other factors, those are compounding factors.
Yeah. And I don't know if you heard this, but there's another lawsuit coming his way. The computer that he smashed is setting up a lawsuit. Did you hear the clip? They interviewed the computer.
Oh, wow.
And they asked the computer, they're like, how do you feel after being smashed, and what are your thoughts? I have the clip right here.
Why don't you play that for me, Froggy?
I will be okay, but I have some injuries. Tom Brady is a prick.
So that's it.
Oh, my God.
Wait a minute.
Computer said
Hold
that?
on.
Yeah, that's a clip from the computer.
Can you play that again? Wait, that's the Microsoft tablet during an interview?
Yeah, they asked him, how are you feeling after being thrown like that, and what are your thoughts on Tom?
All right, play it again. Put it right up to Mike.
I will be okay, but I have some injuries. Tom Brady is a prick.
So
I don't expect the computer to like him right now, but you have to respect him.
I think he's going to be all right, but expect some sort of lawsuit. I mean, he's calling them names already. It's unbelievable.
Oh, man. Anyway, listen, Giselle was seen crying on her phone in New York City. You saw that, right?
Oh, yeah.
There are reports that Tom Brady's wife, Giselle Bundchen, was seen in New York crying while on her phone. There were also pictures that were taken over the weekend of Giselle shopping with, is it Vivian, the 8-year-old girl, 9-year-old girl? Okay. There were pictures that popped up of them shopping, I think, in Soho. They were in some store for kids.
TJ Maxx Kids?
No, I don't think.
Kids,
I don't think
Baby
it was.
Gap.
I don't think it was TJ Maxx Kids or Baby Gap or anything. But any other observations? So the Bucks are now 2-0. So, I mean, they haven't been spectacular, decisive. Oh, my God. Great. Let me tell you what. The 2 wins we've seen so far. Now, we're not a sports show. I'm not a sports analyst, but I think I got a handle on this.
Give me the MJ hot take.
The hot take is this.
Yes.
The Bucks, yes, are 2-0. But do we look like a Super Bowl team right now?
It doesn't matter. It's how many games you win to get to the Super Bowl. You could be a Super Bowl team by the end of the season, and we have this stretch of 4 tough games. We've already won 2 of them.
Well, Packers are next week.
Right.
All right, and that's our first home game. We haven't had a home game yet. So third game of the season is finally our home game next week.
Packers and then Chiefs.
Is there Chiefs is a tough one too. So is there any over-under on whether Tom Brady will smash another Microsoft Surface Pro tablet at next week's game?
It's at 0.5. I mean, it's either yes or no. Over-under, yes or no.
And then, of course, the funny thing about the tablet getting smashed is we just gave away 20 of those things. Last month, about a month ago, we gave away a Microsoft Surface Pro 8 tablet every hour for a week. We gave away 20 of those things thanks to Don the IT Guy, dontheitguy.com from Team Logic IT in St. Pete. And I mentioned this way earlier in the show in hour number 1 that Don the IT Guy reached out to me yesterday, and he's like, hey, should we get Tom Brady a new tablet? No! He doesn't deserve a new. First of all, they get all those for free. I'll give away another one on the show before I'd give Tom Brady one that he just smashed.
He's proven
MJ,
that he can't take care of things.
I have a little inside information.
Yeah, what's that?
When we were giving out those tablets, everybody at $1 Place, every person on the payroll was calling in to win them, just so they'd have enough for the season for Tom to break.
we need to try to win all 20 of them because Tom Brady's going to smash at least 20 during the season.
I think I saw Joel Glazer come to get one. He was one of the winners, like winner number 16.
Was he?
I think so.
Saw him in the lobby?
Yeah. Tyson had him filling out the waiver.
He pulled into the lot in his Ford Focus?
Yeah, right there. Front spot, right next to the handicap spot.
Anyway, Tom, calm down. Anything else? He appears to have a focus problem.
It's not a focus problem.
Also, how many times did the camera cut to Tom Brady yesterday and you see his mouth with the F-bomb? I saw at least 3 F-bombs come out of Tom Brady's mouth. I saw a G-D-it. I saw an F-bomb. I saw all kinds of stuff.
Look, he's exactly who I want as quarterback. He can curse up a storm, break every computer they have. I don't care.
Oh, wait, the Microsoft, he wants to say one more thing.
Hang on a sec. So, ladies and gentlemen, the Microsoft Surface that Tom Brady smashed during yesterday's game
he's here.
is actually making comments right now. Okay, what's the new thing?
Sorry to interrupt, MJ, but I have been around Tom a lot. Let me tell you. Smallest wiener ever.
Oh my gosh! All right.
Oh no!
Oh my God.
He's got no more comments from you. No more comments. What'd you say about Tom?
Smallest wiener ever.
Shut him up. Get him out of here.
Now Tom's going to have a counter suit against
You're
him.
the one named Micro, okay, computer.
And then Mike Evans, he's got to get suspended, right? They're going to fine him, suspend him after
for
that.
him.
Yeah.
Who was the other guy? Marshawn Lattimore? Yeah. And they have what? They've got a beef going back and forth.
Yeah.
They were crap talking each other,
Well,
right?
actually, Tom Brady was supposedly said to Marshawn, "F you," he mouthed it a certain.
Maybe that
bad
was one of the
word.
ones I saw.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I saw at least 3 F-bombs on camera. And, you don't need to be a professional lip reader, to be able to know when someone says the F-bomb.
Well, they all trash talk each other like that. It's just foul mouth stuff down there.
All right, so that's our full Buccaneers
And
coverage
Tom
this
will have
morning.
Wednesdays off, like you said. He's going to have every Wednesday off. He took.
Is that real? He really? I
Yes.
thought that was a joke.
No, it's not a joke.
Great.
Seriously, the story came out over the weekend that Coach confirmed, Bowles confirmed that Tom Brady is going to get Wednesdays off during the season. And
just for personal days, just to mental health, body relaxation or something.
Listen,
I don't know.
Yeah, Tom did say.
I'm 45 years old, man. There's a lot of shit going on.
And when you're 45 and you get a lot of going on, you're going to get Wednesdays off.
Does he snap at home? That's what I want to know.
He's Wednesday's child.
Tom, can you please take out the garbage? And then he just smack. Damn it, honey! He just smashes something.
That raises a good question. If Tom Brady is smashing Microsoft Surface Pro tablets on the ground at the football game, is he chucking pots and pans and toasters at his house?
No, he's probably really mild-mannered because he gets it all out of his system.
When he was renting Jeter's place, was there any damage? Were any walls kicked in? Any
Funny
toilets
you should
smashed?
say that, because I know for a fact that Derek collected a security deposit and Tom did not get it back.
They didn't get it back. And now the whole damn house is going to be demolished anyway. Could be plenty of holes in the walls.
All right, who wants to be Giselle and I'll be Tom? Good morning, Giselle.
Tom, what the hell are you doing out here?
No. You got to be.
I don't even know.
You got to be Giselle complaining about his unretiring.
Yeah, you got to really browbeat me.
Yeah,
you know.
Oh, hang on. I got Froggy and Fester conspiring with live MJ morning show radio theater.
Right, so we wake up. It's early in the morning, right? Tom, I want you to retire right now.
Morning, Jiz. Jeez Louise, I can't even wake up and say hi.
Don't! I want you home every Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday.
They're not going to let me take off Tuesdays and Wednesdays, all right?
But hold on. Giselle just said you want him to retire. Now you're compromising?
Yeah.
I want him home every day.
I need to work, babe.
You retire right now.
I need to work, babe.
For what, Tom? How many more rings do you have?
I can't take it!
Dude, Froggy just smashed another mug.
I can't take you, Joseph!
Tom, you do not know what you have in
Froggy just smashed another mug. Is that...
Listen.
That's
that
the
another one
Mason-Dixon Holiday Hoedown 1990.
That's another Mason-Dixon coffee mug you smashed?
How many Mason mugs do we have?
My God.
Well, they did it from 85 to 92.
Tell you what, next you ought to move to his Franklin Mint plate collection.
Of NASCARs?
Whatever. I mean, Wizard of Oz, you name it. I don't
Do
know.
you know how much those Franklin mint plates of the Queen have gone up in value in the last week?
Are you serious?
Oh, my God. It's incredible.
There were Franklin mint plates of the Queen?
Of course.
Yes.
That's like one of the biggest sellers.
Okay, I was kind of joking, but I'm sure there's like 1,000 million different varieties of Queen Elizabeth II Franklin mint plates.
That's a good number right there. 1,000 million. Yes.
It's an accurate number.
1,000 million plates.
Franklin.
I'd buy one.
Yeah.
Hey, MJ, I got to ask you something.
Yes.
Since we're so comfortable delving into the personal lives of Tom and Giselle, I got to ask you, something's going on with your nose. I see something on your nose. Is that a domestic thing? Everything okay at home?
Oh.
What are you oh, you're talking about the
Got a cut on your nose like you've been in a fight. Maybe with a coffee cup or an iPad.
You do have a cut in your...
Have you been staring at this all morning? Listen, I got to do the tattoo story. I'm running late on the tattoo story.
Listen, this little viewfinder view that I have of you, that's what's in it right now, is that cut on your nose. It's right in the middle of above the bridge of your nose.
Yes, I have a cut on the bridge. Oh, boy. All right. Fine. What time is it? All right, it's 8 o'clock. Hang on. Let me give out the Rock the Cash Box special word here, all right? And then, fine, I'll answer your questions. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. We're launching the brand new Rock the Cash Box here on Q105, and you're shot to win $1,000 right now. This hour's word is choice. That's C. Oh, am I supposed to play the big hoopla sound effects?
Yes.
All right, hang on a minute.
The sound
All right,
effects.
they got all hoopla big sound effects here. Hang on. It's 8 o'clock, ladies and gentlemen. So, hey,
Where's the sound effect?
It's not playing.
Rock the cash box. Call now.
I'm playing the damn thing. Oh, okay. You know what? Hey, can you reset it? I thought I was playing it on the hotkey. It's not the hotkey. All right, hang on a minute. Can you stop it and reset it?
Froggy and I can make it up, and we're doing so good here.
All right, just stop it and reset it if
What
you
if we
don't
started
mind.
like,
Yeah.
you know what time it is?
It's Rock the cash box.
Rock the cash box.
Call her now.
I mean, we got this like nice hyped up sound effect.
I bet you it sounds just like Froggy and I.
All right, can I play it now again?
There's
Can I
going to
do
be
it?
money going.
All right, hang on. Here's the big sound effect. Hang on.
Oh my God.
It's time to rock the cash box.
Oh my
All
God.
right, maybe I shouldn't have played that.
Oh my God.
No, that was talking about.
Oh my God.
Let me hear it.
That's the sound effect?
All right, here we go. This hour's word is choice. That's the one and only time I'm playing that. All right, so
I'm going to give you a choice to never play that sound effect
all right,
again.
but folks,
Stop.
hey, $1,000. This hour's word is choice. You want to text it nationwide to 45911. So text the word choice nationwide to 45911 right now. Do it before quarter after for a shot at $1,000 cash, or you can enter it on the Q105 app or at myq105.com. So you have got until 8:15 to send the word choice, 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 to 45911, and you'll be in the running for $1,000. Just text it nationwide right now. Good luck from the MJ Morning Show and Q105.
Everybody is texting me choice. Stop.
Oh, yeah.
Don't text it to us.
Yeah, don't, folks, do not text choice to 800-990-1047. Don't text it here. Again, do not text choice to 800-990-1047. You want to text choice to 45911. 45911 is where you want to text the word choice, and then you're in the running for the $1,000. So good luck from the MJ Morning Show on Q105.
Who would have thought me and Fester's sounder was better than...
Yeah.
It was.
Can I hear it again? Can I? I just want to be sure I heard it right the first time.
I don't know if I
Who's
can,
that singing?
I don't know. I don't know if I can play it again.
Rock.
How do I play it again here? Oh, here we go.
It's time to rock the cash box.
Is that the Muppets?
It sounds like the
I
Muppets.
don't know. Is that Ted? Is that
Okay.
It might be
All right.
10. All right. So I'm running late on the tattoo story. And so hang on. I'm going to get to it here in a second. But Roxanne, all right, you're prying into my personal life?
Yeah, we do it. We pry into everybody else's.
Dude, this is his second face mark in 2 weeks. Monkeypox?
Yeah, I see a pattern.
I don't have monkeypox.
Monkey tox? Tods?
Oh, you know what? I might have taken a picture of what happened. I think I did.
Let's see it.
All right. Here's what. So if you're watching MJTV, if you're watching right now MJTV, and of course our show is live on TV every morning from 6 to almost 10 o'clock in the morning, the entire show. We're on MJTV. If you go to mjmorningshow.com, and you click on MJTV, you can watch us live or you can watch the replay. So if you're driving now and you can't watch, then if you want to see the mark on my face, you'll be able to go to mjmorningshow.com later on, go to MJTV, and you'll be able to see the replay, the posting, and you can watch it on demand. After the show ends, you can watch us on demand. So, all right, I'm pointing to it right now on the MJTV camera. And what does it look like? You see, it's like Roxanne. It's a red.
It's like
on the bridge of my nose.
It's on the bridge of your nose. It's like a cut.
Yeah.
So
ow! It hurts.
Yeah, look at Rudolph. Finally, I can make fun of somebody else's nose.
That's a really hard spot to have a cut because it moves every time your face moves, your eyes move.
I'm touching it, and it's still sore and painful.
And it's hard to get a cut right there because your nose would block it. You know what I mean?
All right, so
that's
odd. So how did I get the cut on my nose? You got to point this out.
Are you cutting, dude?
Is it that obvious?
I mean, I can see it from here very clearly.
Are you that stressed? You have to release some tension? No. Cut yourself?
I fell.
You were drunk?
Drunk? You drunk?
I wasn't drunk.
You fell? How old are you?
Well, wait. I think I saw a wine bottle on your Instagram feed this weekend.
My hip.
It had nothing to do with the 2010 Floor Cardinal that we opened up, which was spectacular.
It had to do with the floor, though.
It did not have to do with the floor.
Pavement.
It had to do with a picture mirror on the wall in front of my toilet.
Trying to do handiwork?
No. Oh, jeez.
Picture mirror.
Hang on a minute.
What is that? You have a picture of a mirror?
Okay, standing in front of the mirror. Why?
Hang on.
You hanging a towel on it? I do that.
Let me get Michelle on the line. Roxanne, you're making me late. You're taking the blame for this.
I'm taking the blame. What were we supposed to be talking about? Tattoos?
What's the tattoo deal? Hang on.
So sorry.
I'll get to the tattoo story right after this.
Hello.
Hey, Michelle. So Roxanne just made a big deal and pointed out the cut on the bridge of my nose.
Oh, yeah.
You had to rough him up?
Did you bite him in the nose again?
No.
All right, here's what happened. It was Saturday night.
Saturday night's all right for fighting.
And I was going to the bathroom in the middle of the night. And don't tell me, oh, my God, you need to be checked out. I don't know what it was. Maybe I got out of bed too quickly and I was lightheaded. Because sometimes, Michelle, I will do the pop out of bed where I'll spring out of bed, right?
You do that all the time.
I know.
It's really scary. You shouldn't do that.
Yeah, so Michelle...
Wake up what, like trying to catch your breath?
No, I'll just pop out of bed to, run to the bathroom real quick.
Weird.
What do you pop out?
Even if he's just sleeping, taking a nap, and then all of a sudden he jolts awake, he actually just, gets straight up.
Like Anne Heche?
I'll bolt up. All right, so... In the middle of the night, Michelle, I think it was maybe, 2 in the morning, would you say?
Oh, well, maybe a little later.
All right, so I woke up, I had to go to the bathroom, and I sprung up, and I got to the bathroom, which our master bath is pretty close to where our bedroom is. It's right in the same, Swedish kind of area. Not Swedish as in Sweden, but like this. We got a little master suite, and the bathroom's right, fairly close to when I get out of bed. So I bolted awake. I walked to the water closet, and the water closet is it's a room with just a toilet. So we've got a sort of a master bath, and I've got a water closet on my side of the bathroom, and Michelle has a water closet on her side of the bathroom, and I bolt up. I go into my water closet, and I do remember I was standing in front of the toilet, and the next thing I know, I had leaned forward, and I smashed my face. There's like this decorative glass smoke like mirror, and it's not really made to be a mirror. It's more like a decorative piece, and it's like this heavyish metal frame. And for whatever reason, I don't think I blacked out, but I must have, because I remember I was standing in front of the toilet just doing number one.
I hope you weren't doing number two, standing in front of the toilet.
So I was standing up, and
That's how I do it.
Thank you, Froggy. So I was standing up, and I guess I leaned forward. I don't know whether I went back to sleep or I blacked out or I had gotten up so quickly and the blood had rushed, and then suddenly I leaned forward.
Oh, no.
And I just remember hitting this mirror, and I clocked it.
Ooh.
And that's the cut on my forehead. And my nose, it does hurt. I don't think it's broken. It didn't really swell.
No, it's not swollen. It's just the red cut.
I've got a red cut because the edge of this like mirror frame, it's like a metallic-y looking, chunky, decorative smoked mirror deal, and it's more decoration. And I leaned forward. I sort of collapsed forward, and the bridge of my nose stopped all of my body weight. So that you happy now?
Dude, you passed out.
I'm happy that Michelle did, that everything is okay, right, Michelle?
All right, you know what?
And here's the thing. I asked him, because I wake up every time, and I'm like, are you okay? And he's like, yeah. And he just gets back in bed and doesn't tell me anything happened.
And then in the morning, she sees my nose is bloodied and it's scabbed over. And she's like, what the hell happened to you?
Everything happens to you in the middle of the night.
Right?
So
I
weird.
know.
All right, you guys want to see what it looks like?
No.
You know what? I took a picture of it because I was...
In the middle of the night.
No. I took a picture of it yesterday.
Okay.
I took a picture yesterday because I wanted to show Michelle. Michelle was downstairs, and I took a picture to show Michelle because she was already cooking breakfast. So I went down and I took a picture to show Michelle, and right here I think is where I hit because I was going to show her on the picture. So I actually have a picture on my phone. I'm going to hold it up right now. Who wants to see my toilet?
Well, you're lucky you didn't fall down and hit like the toilet with your head and everything.
Oh my gosh, like Doc Brown.
Can you imagine if that's the way I expired?
You dreamed
Can you imagine if I died? Can you imagine I fell down and hit my head on a toilet?
Oh man, that's like actually like the perfect ending for you.
Or you dream up the flux capacitor.
I mean, think about MJ guy died face first on the toilet,
and then you're in the toilet.
All right, let me hold up the picture right now, and I forgot that I just reminded myself that I had this thing because I was showing Michelle where I hit. So I'm holding it up to MJ TV. Can you see it, Andrew? Is it pretty clear?
I thought you were going to show us your bloody face.
No, that's on camera right now.
I know, but
Right.
the immediate
So,
after.
all right, so I'm holding up the picture, and we'll post this also. We'll put my toilet photo up on mjmorningshow.com. So give me a second. Or maybe I'll put it on social media or something. I'll put it on Instagram. All right, so right here, I'm holding this thing up, and you can see there's my toilet, and then up here, this is that like chunky, you see what I'm talking about? It's like a chunky decorative mirror picture looking thing. And I leaned forward, and I did a reenactment also. I kind of, yesterday morning, when I was totally awake, I kind of stood in front of the toilet, like imitating me doing number one, and I leaned forward to see where I hit, and it would have been right here on the lower metallic edge, and I can zoom in. Right here, I'm showing it on MJ TV. So I hit my nose right there. And Roxanne, that's why my nose is red and
you're
cut.
lucky. Yeah,
right?
you're lucky it's just red and cut, and it's not all swollen.
So anybody watching live, you were able to see it on MJ TV. And if you're not watching live, you can watch later on and just go to mjmorningshow.com, click on MJ TV, and you can see the attack of the killer toilet. Yes, Andrew?
I thought that was a new tattoo you got.
No.
Yeah, right there in the middle of his eyes. Yes.
Yeah, that's a good point.
On the bridge of his nose.
Well, because when I talk about the tattoo story, which will be right now, running a little bit late. All right, Michelle, I'm okay. I don't think I have a concussion.
I'm contacting assisted living today.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that's what Michelle said yesterday, that I'm falling, so now I've got to be in assistant living.
She's not wrong.
You need to get a I fall and I can't get up button.
A life alert.
Listen, I walked and jogged 4 miles yesterday
Yeah,
with
and
the
then you
dogs.
fell.
Dude, you sound like
No, I walked and jogged after I fell. I fell in the middle of the night, and then in the morning I went out for.
That's when people need assisted living, is when they have no control of themselves in the middle of the night. I got to get somebody to sit on the bedside with you.
I've never fallen in the bathroom, and I'm telling you.
You need a visiting angel.
Oh, no, Michelle, look up A Place for Mom.
Oh, we can stop it.
I saw Joan London doing commercials years ago.
Stop it.
A Place for Mom.
Guys, I think I got out of bed too quickly, and I was.
That happened to me.
And I was standing up, and I blacked out for a second. I went for, and the minute I hit, I snapped out of it immediately. The minute I clonked my nose on the mirror frame in front of the toilet, I woke up immediately, and I was fine. I continued, and I don't think I missed the bowl at all during this whole process.
MJ,
yeah,
this happened to me a few years ago. I was, Fester probably might remember, but I was running late for the morning show because I fell asleep on the couch, and Fester called my house, and I jumped up so fast that I passed out and went through my coffee table.
I remember that, yeah.
And hit my head, knocked myself out.
Oh, my God.
And it was just from getting up too fast, and I called my sister, and she's like, you need to go get a brain scan.
I don't need a brain scan.
Not from the hit, but why did you black out?
Why'd you black out?
Just low blood pressure.
Guys, I think.
What? He doesn't have low blood pressure. He's like a baby. All he eats is sugar.
I just got up quickly. I think that's the explanation. I've had nothing prior to this. I've had nothing after this. I was physically active for 4 miles yesterday.
Book the MRI.
With no issues. I don't need an MRI or a brain scan.
A CAT
Froggy,
scan.
did you get a brain scan?
Yes, I did, of course.
And nothing was there.
Well, it's just a
Nothing
pea-sized
was there.
brain,
They
but I was
noticed that his brain was below average.
fine. Trying to say I'm stupid.
Brain size was below average.
Well, we have your report, Mr. Froggy. You are quite dumb.
All right, Michelle.
Doctor.
I'm fine except for the contusion on my nose.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And the contusion in your head.
Was there something else that we were going to talk about today? I forgot. Was there something else I said I was going to get you on for?
Oh, that you're also that I need you to also take your personal day.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You know, if he's getting a personal day, you should get
Yeah. All right. So Michelle brought, when we saw the story over the weekend that Tom Brady is going to get Wednesdays off.
Oh.
Michelle wants me to start taking Wednesdays off as well.
Why not take like a Friday off so you have a long weekend?
Nah, I'm going to go with Tom Brady. So I'm going to start taking Wednesdays as a personal day. Kind of like a seventh inning stretch, middle of the week kind of deal.
It's a veteran day off. That's
Yeah.
what they tell Tom.
That's
yeah.
smart.
Look at that.
That's really not a bad day to take off because you work 2, nice day off,
Yes.
rest, and then boom, knock out another 2, then you're into the
Yeah,
weekend.
Michelle said to me yesterday, hey, you know what? You ought to take Wednesdays off like Tom Brady now. And if you don't know, folks, it was announced over the weekend and confirmed that Tom Brady is going to be taking Wednesdays off during the season.
Good for him.
You get to sleep in with me.
Yeah, look at that.
Breakfast
Yeah.
together.
Oh, look at that. You know, and a weekday where typically I got to rush to work in the morning, and I'm going to start this week. I'm going to start taking Wednesdays off.
Awesome.
All
Thank
right.
you.
All right, sweetie.
All right. Bye.
All right. Bye.
You can make bitch bitch
What?
biscuits every day.
What are you saying?
Biscuit bitch.
Her biscuits. She can make
Michelle
biscuits for you.
Michelle is the biscuit bitch because she makes fantastic
See?
biscuits. So I've heard.
She does. Michelle's biscuits are. Oh, are you guys suggesting that we do an MJ morning show, like a biscuit brunch at my house one? Oh, you're not bringing Doug.
No.
Nobody said that.
Yeah, Doug is never coming back to my house.
No.
Why are you mad at Doug?
Yeah.
Stop it.
Doug told me he doesn't want to go to that shack anyway.
Yeah. Are you happy now that I've revealed that I passed out and while I'm going to the bathroom and I smacked my nose on a picture in front of me?
Yeah, I'm glad you're honest about transparent about what's happening.
Well, that's what
at your
happened.
home.
And you need to get that
Domestic
head
situation.
checked.
There's nothing wrong with my head. I got out of bed too quickly at 3 o'clock in the morning, and while standing there, I just kind of fell forward.
What's the last thing that happened to you at 3 o'clock in the morning? You smashed up your glasses. You didn't even know it. You're blacked out. Something else happened. you wake up and stuff is just strewn about.
I think it's strewn, but I like strewn too.
Hang on a minute. I got to grab line one. Who is it, Tony? All right, Tony on line one. Hey, Tony, where are you calling from?
Tampa, man. I'm always talking to you.
All right. Okay. Go ahead, Tony.
Okay, I got up one night just like you, and the next thing I found myself on the floor. And then I felt somebody waking me up. Was my wife. The next thing I was in the hospital, St. Joseph, with a stroke.
MJ.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, it was crazy. I never had that.
I did not have a stroke. My finger, nothing's tingling. My speech is not affected.
Well, I didn't feel anything either.
I'm not numb on my left side. No, I didn't have a stroke, Tony.
How you do?
I got out of bed too quickly, and I blacked. That's it.
Okay, that's what I did.
Okay, Tony, we get it. You're really escalating this.
Oh man, look!
Professor, what's the word that the news stroke lady said?
Nervlurblurp.
Guys,
Norblurp.
All right, Tony, thanks for the call.
Tony, how are you doing now? Are you okay now?
Yeah, Tony, you okay now?
Okay, I'm okay now. I'm perfect now. Yes.
Yeah,
very good.
Now
Tony.
you're calling radio stations, scaring DJs.
Tony, thanks for the call.
Tony, the alarmist. No, I'm just
I
kidding.
did not have a stroke, guys.
Dude, I'm just saying, it might not have a stroke, but CTE might be setting in. That's a brain bruise.
Yeah.
I didn't get CTE from banging my nose once. My
Sue that
God.
mirror.
No, I'm not taking any more calls on this thing.
Doctors, please call in and warn him what could happen.
I'm running late.
Sorry.
Very late, by the way, on the whole tattoo thing. All right. This is a new trend, apparently. There's, I guess, several tattoo artists that are doing this, but there's one that's getting notoriety. There is a tattoo artist, and Andrew, is this up on our website right now? It's up at
stories we've talked about.
All right, look, the phones are.
It's a telethon.
You can hear the phones ringing like a telethon in the producer booth
That's
over there.
exactly what it's like in there.
Let me know if there's anything urgent I got to take here. There's a tattoo trend, and one particular artist is gaining notoriety. Why would anyone want to do this? Why would anyone want to get tattoos of cuts, scrapes, and nasty bruises?
Huh?
Yeah, all right, Fessy, go to mjmorningshow.com.
Okay.
Go to mjmorningshow.com. And Andrew, where is it? Where'd you place the story so we can look at the images while we're talking about this?
Stories we talked about on the MJ Morning
All
Show.
right, click on that. Stories we talked about on the MJ Morning Show. Right there. It's a top item. Look at this.
Oh, my God. That looks real.
Duh. It's a tattoo.
That is sweet.
I mean, look at this. This person is all banged up. It looks like they fell off a bike. It looks like they had a biking accident.
Oh, look at that.
Both knees are all scarred and scraped and bruised. There are cuts, contusions. Those aren't real cuts. Those are tattoos, but it looks like, seriously, this person fell off a bike and has all kinds of road rash and all kinds of
oh my gosh,
residual damage from falling off a bike and scraping their knees on the pavement.
That hurts my
Did
stomach.
you see the post of the girl? It's like cosmetic scrapes and bruises. Thank you, Prevalent. We just have to make your busted knees a tad more gnarly.
Now, there are more. Now, Fessy, stop that.
Okay, so this is this one.
There's a video. Now, go back to the story. So, this tattoo artist...
Oh, it's hot.
S.J. Horvath is the artist. And the shop is Black Moon Tattoo in Knoxville, Tennessee. Look at the arm. Look at the arm all
That
scraped.
is so rashy. The arm looks like a rash.
They look like a haunted house worker, but,
But
real.
these are permanent tattoos that look like you've had an accident.
Why would you?
Well, that's the question. Why would you want to do this? All right, folks, you got to see what this looks like.
Where's a head wound? I need a head wound.
Yeah, right?
You know what? I think I saw them. If you go to mjmorningshow.com, go to mjmorningshow.com and click on stories we mentioned. It's right at the very top. Stories we mentioned. Keep scrolling.
God, those knees are gross. It looks like that guy spends a lot of time on his knees.
It's like a wood floor worker.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's walking around on his
No,
knees.
keep going. I thought I saw. Okay,
there's knuckles.
Knuckles all scraped. Look at this hand injury. I thought I saw a head injury. as well.
I need a head wound.
I hear right here. Look at this.
Oh my God!
Look at this. Look right above the eye.
They tattooed a scar onto her face.
It's a tattooed scar on the forehead across this person's right eyebrow.
You're a wizard, Harry. It looks like Harry Potter.
You know what's weird
Stupid.
is we know that those are fake and they're just tattoos, but they still have the same physical effect where I feel like I want to vomit when I
You
look at
wouldn't
them.
know they're fake if you saw that person.
Exactly.
You'd be
So
like, what happened?
If we didn't tell you that these were tattooed, look at this. Here's another guy.
This guy has an X on his temple of an X scar.
If we didn't know that these were fake and you saw these, you would think these were real injuries and accidents that are being tattooed on people by this tattoo artist in Tennessee.
Why would you want your knees to look horrible forever?
I don't know.
Forever.
Or your arm. Who wants to walk around looking like you had a horrific injury and you fell down on a whole bunch of like jagged rocks while you were hiking?
If
I
you're
mean,
on an
that's
airplane next to this guy and his arm touches you, I'd be like, oh, I need a test now. And he's like, it's a tattoo,
God,
bro.
Yeah, if you're sharing an armrest on an airplane, you know how you have the you know, you're in the I don't know, the aisle seat and the person's in the middle seat, and then you're trying to fight for arm, and this guy touches you with that. I think I'm like gonna get hepatitis or something.
That's a sure way to always win the armrest.
No question.
Just show them the. I just don't know why anyone would do this.
Why did you get that tattoo on your forehead of that cut?
Yeah, but people do disfigure themselves. Look at the people. Look at the body. What are the
Dysmorphia.
Yeah, well, dysmorphic or dysmorphia. Look at the people that do all kinds of crazy stuff. And they'll put like spikes under their skin. The people
Horns.
how about the people that like screw up their earlobes and they put like giant grommets?
Okay, they're called gauges.
Whatever.
And they're awesome. I had a guy, I saw him at a flea market. He had a basketball hoop in his ear. And I'm like, that is awesome, man.
I saw a guy at a flea market. There we go. Thank you, Fester.
MJ, you know your famous saying, and this would be quite a challenge.
What's that?
You know, we could get somebody. One time we had a guy who got shot in the head with a nail gun call up. Do you think it's possible?
So I don't know if we can get somebody who's actually had this done.
Yeah,
but I bet you we can load the lines with people who would do it.
Oh no, or have seen it because
Are you getting texts from people that have seen it?
So this one
Ew.
person's like, I've seen bear claws and shark bites, and
Bear
it makes you like you got bear clawed,
Like you got attacked by a bear?
Yeah,
I've seen those tattoos,
and it
but
makes you look tough.
I got attacked by a bear, but I'm good.
All right.
half your ears like hanging
You want me to go to
off.
phones and ask listeners who would get permanent tattoo injury on their body?
If you think about those crazy skin rip ones, those are kind of tattoo looking. These look like you fell off a motorcycle
Yeah.
and you got some road rash.
Yeah.
This one person texted like for people looking to score with a girl, but I think I would want to wait till your injuries were healed.
I only date guys with open wounds. It's your lucky night.
Oh, I love guys with scars everywhere.
These aren't
Everywhere.
scars; these are fresh.
Wounds.
Dude, I don't know.
I'll ask the question. I don't know what's going to happen with the phones.
Sounds like a fetish.
If you're into tattoos, would you have any interest in getting a tattoo on your arm, your elbow, your knees, where it looked like you took a nasty fall? But it's the scrapes, the cuts, the scabbing, it's not real. It's tattoo, and it just looks remarkably real.
We got to ask that guy who owns a tattoo shop who works here.
All right, 800-990-1047. I just don't know who would get this. But we're looking at these images. Again, go to mjmorningshow.com. Go to our website. Go to mjmorningshow.com. Take a look at these images. It's in stories we mentioned on the MJ Morning Show. Click on that, and it's the top item right now. mjmorningshow.com. But listen, if anyone's listening that would entertain getting this, or if you're into tattoos and there's no freaking way you'd get this done, we'd also like to hear from you. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047.
I wonder if you have to hire a special artist for that. Like, I'm only into Injury Inc. That's all I do.
Injury
High
Inc.
specialty.
Now, this tattoo artist, Again, the tattoo artist's name is S.J. Horvath, Horvath, and they're at the Black Moon Tattoo Parlor in Knoxville, Tennessee.
It has to be a rare specialty. I'm sure you can't find a tattoo artist everywhere that do these.
No, this is very specialized.
Yeah.
Very.
I mean, everybody seems to know about this. Okay, they do bullet wounds also.
Nice.
Some people do it to steal valor. Some people do it to have their personal
Hold
space.
on, whoa, whoa, whoa.
If you
Hold
go
on.
that far to steal
Wait,
valor, that's
where-
outrageous.
Where are you reading this?
From all my friends on the text line.
Hold on. So people are saying that people get tattooed injuries to then pretend like they were hurt
Yes.
in the armed forces serving our country.
No way.
And that's a stolen valor angle is to fake. Really?
Angle, that's the ultimate. Unless you're going to chop off your arm or something.
My
now,
God.
this doesn't make sense. Hide from the law, because I don't know how that would make you
A
invisible
scar.
to the-
I don't know.
Oh, right. Okay.
Let me go to phones. Hi, good morning, MJ Morning Show. Who's this?
Marilyn.
Hey, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Go ahead.
I have 4 tattoos, and I'm actually familiar with the shop because I'm from Tennessee.
Hold on. Oh, you're familiar with the the Black Moon Tattoo Parlor?
Yeah, one of my sons got his Miami Hurricanes tattoo done there.
Oh, wow.
And there's no way on God's green earth that I would put an injury on me like that.
Have you seen these pictures? Have you seen what these injury tattoos look like?
I've seen them like when I went up to Tennessee and I took my son for the fill in on it because he got it outlined, then he got it filled in later. And they have a book with similar stuff, but there's no way I would do that.
All right, thanks for the call. I appreciate it.
I'll take the hysterectomy scar, please.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Andrew, Andrew's screening calls. Andrew, am I taking more calls here?
I mean, MJ, people are calling. People know about this. I don't know,
Yeah.
but this is injury
listen,
scars.
the caller just said that she knows the tattoo parlor. Her son got his Hurricanes tattoo at this exact parlor where this woman is becoming famous for doing unbelievably realistic injury tattoos.
You don't know how hard it is to find a good University of Miami tattoo in Knoxville.
Oh, yeah.
Some people are saying it's to have your personal space respected. Someone else said that would be perfect to get to the front of the line at Disney or Busch Gardens.
Well, it's not an injury. It's like a severe scrape.
Listen, if you got on a ride at Busch Gardens or Disney with these bloody looking scar tattoos and scabs, they'd have to like use alcohol wipes to clean the seat there because you'd be afraid of someone getting something.
Why don't you go in with a special order, like a small rodent attack, like a ferret attack?
All right.
Please.
Hey, Brian in Spring Hill. Brian, you're on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Hi.
Hi, how you doing this morning?
Do me a favor, turn your radio all the way down. Turn your radio all the way down.
Actually, turn it up. I
All
like
right,
hearing
no,
myself.
go ahead.
There you go. How's that?
That's much better. Go ahead.
Yes. My brother is a tattoo artist, and he lives in Spring Hill. He does his tattoos all the time.
So your brother is also doing injury tattoos?
Yes, he does the injury tattoos. He does the rip-out tattoos, and there's been a lot of people that I've seen that he's done. These tattoos are actually kind of cool-looking, but I wouldn't do it myself, but he does those tattoos. It's some type of new tattoo coming out.
That's what I'm saying. This trend is catching on. So,
What's a rip out tattoo?
Yeah, what is that?
It's like a bear claw, like you said, the bear claws.
Okay.
I got one of my left shoulder that it looks like the creature from Jeepers Creepers, the movie.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's that guy coming out of my arm. It looks like he's ripping out of my
Yeah, I've
shoulder.
seen those before.
Oh, can we get you think a small rodent's possible, like a ferret or a hamster?
He can do anything.
Fester and I want to get like the bear claw pastries, matching bear claw pastry tattoos.
or seriously, what about getting like scratch marks down your back, like you had a rough night in bed or something?
Ooh,
Yeah.
sexy.
This one, what was it, 4 weeks ago, the person looked like he actually got stabbed.
Hold on, your brother did a stab wound tattoo?
Yes. Yes.
Oh my God. Where was the stab wound?
It was on the chest.
All right, you're going to have to send us a picture of this.
Oh, my God.
Talk about testing fate.
I will get my brother to send me the picture, and I will have him, and I will email it to you.
All right, MJ at MJMorningshow.com. Send it to my email, MJ at MJMorningshow.com, all right?
I sure will.
All right, buddy, and have him give me permission to post it as well, okay?
Oh, it'll actually help him promote his business.
Yeah.
All right, what's the name of your brother's tattoo place?
It's Two Wolves Tattoo. It's on the corner of Mariner Boulevard and Spring Hill.
In Spring Hill.
I want to look like two wolves attacked me.
Two Wolves Tattoo. All right, thank you, buddy.
Pile of meat.
Thanks, Brian.
Brian, I'm telling you, if your brother got stabbed, it's like, I knew it.
Nothing but a bullseye
It's
now.
a premonition.
But here's the deal. With this trend catching on with people all scraped and scarred and like bruises and scabs, and if you see these people walking around, you're not going to know whether it's a real wound or whether it's just
sir?
Just a tattoo.
She's get attacked by the monkeys at Busch Gardens.
Wait, doesn't it come a point where you're just tired of answering questions? Ooh, what happened to your arm?
Yeah, what happened to
Ooh,
you?
what happened to your arm?
I think it'd be funny if you're young and you get varicose veins tattooed.
That'd be a good one. Do you guys want to hear a heartwarming angle to all this?
Please.
All right, and then we'll wrap it up.
This is almost making me cry.
All right,
this
go
person
ahead.
who's been texting me. The Ink Master did some episodes where parents got burns or scar tattoos to match their children to help with their self-esteem.
Yeah.
And then
it's kind of like when a friend or a child has cancer and gets chemotherapy and they lose their hair. That you've heard the story about all the kids in school will also shave their heads in
support
with support or having empathy for the child that needs to go through chemotherapy and lost its hair.
Yeah, they sent me a picture of a dad with his son, and he got a tattoo to match his brain cancer, brain surgery scar.
I think it's been around for a while because have you seen that movie Mask? I think the Rocky Dennis in that movie, that was a tattoo.
No, it wasn't. Stop.
I think his head was a tattoo.
Stop. It's not true.
All right.
All right, moving along.
Good transition.
So Roxanne, that was very emotional for you? Or?
Yeah, I mean, it's sad when you see
It was heartwarming. It was heartwarming.
Yeah, when you see kids.
Very good. All right.
When you see kids, it's heartwarming.
No. Stop it, Fester.
Fester, shut up. It was so nice.
Listen.
And not...
Was it nice?
We did a quick drive-by heartwarming, and then we got back into Froggy's joke.
It was a bunch of heartwarming stuff, and then you come back and make it everything
I'm just letting the heartwarming happen.
heart-holding.
Guys, can I move along now?
Do we have a choice?
I'm trying to move along, and you guys are preventing me.
I want Roxanne to do more heartwarming stuff.
That was nice.
All right, are you guys done now?
Yes, sir. Please.
Thank you very much.
Your grace.
It's like we're getting scolded.
I don't know what this is, but you've heard of pica, right?
Oh yeah.
Ugh.
I am fascinated by pica.
Is that where you eat funny stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, funny stuff is like a book of jokes.
Yeah.
Pica is like
pica is when you eat like inedible things you're not supposed to eat. Like there are people that eat rubber bands. There are people that
remember the finger cut lady that came in?
Oh yeah.
That's disgusting.
Years ago on the MJ Morning Show. What would you say, Fester? 15 years ago?
I mean, no, more than that.
2000,
maybe. Early 2000s.
We were talking about pica. P-I-C-A. Pica is a mental condition where you just want to eat things that are inedible. People, like I said, they'll eat dirt. People will eat clay. People will eat anything that
toilet paper. I saw
people will eat stuff you're not supposed to eat. We brought a lady in and she called the show and she sat in our show for like 3 hours and she ate those rubber finger things, that to turn pages with. And
my lady at the bank wears them to count money.
Yeah, count money.
Yeah.
Those little like thimbles, those rubber. Is it called a finger con? Is that what the?
I thought it was.
They're called finger condoms. It just rolls right over.
The little rubber things that you put on your finger to be able to turn pages or count money.
She loved them.
This woman called us up and said, yeah, she's addicted to eating those. And damn it, if that lady didn't come into our show for 3 hours and she ate about 20 of them.
The sound, like
it's like she was popping like raspberries or blueberries. She was eating, she was chewing on the rubber finger cut.
And it was thicker than, like you say, a finger condom. It had like ridges on the end.
Yeah, it's not
It
like
was disgusting.
Oh yeah, it's not like the thinness of a latex condom.
It was thick.
It's a thicker. People have seen these things. You can go to the office supply store and they sell them.
Potato chip rules apply. She got the one with ridges.
She did. And they were dark or like sort of brown looking.
What did her teeth look like?
Strong.
What did her stomach look like is the
Yeah.
question.
I saw. Andrew said that a caller said it's called pica.
They might be right. They might be right.
I think it's pica. Go to the Merriam-Webster dictionary. Let's go to the Merriam-Webster talking dictionary, and let me find out if it's pica.
Pica is a fraternity house, isn't it?
I thought it was pica. So
fish.
go to M-W
right.
and type in pica. P-I-C-A is how you pronounce it.
P-I-C-A.
Okay, go to that. An abnormal desire to eat substances such as chalk or ashes. Go ahead and hit it. Go ahead and hit it. And
Pica.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I said.
Wow.
Pica.
I said pica.
I feel like I've heard it both ways.
Well, guess what? The talking dictionary usually has it both ways. I called it pica, and guess what?
Pica.
Merriam-Webster agrees with me.
Pica.
Thank you. So I got callers calling up and trying to correct me with the wrong stuff.
Ha!
Hey, thanks for calling.
You know, MJ, I saw a episode of a show called Strange Addictions.
Yeah.
And there was a woman that was addicted to eating dryer sheets.
Are you like bounce
Oh, wow.
dryer
Yeah,
sheets?
like 3 boxes a day.
Oh,
She had
my-
to go to the doctor. She had all these internal problems.
Well,
yeah, the sheets were all
listen,
clogging
yes.
her up.
Yeah.
I actually had a bad experience with a bounce dryer sheet one time
Oh, no.
because I had my teeth bleachers. They were somehow in my bag near a bounce dryer sheet.
Oh, yeah, I
And
remember this. You poisoned yourself.
And I poisoned myself. And then one night I went to bed, I put my teeth in, and it was so strong tasting. I'm like, what, did I get soap near them or something? And I woke up, I had the worst headache. And then I realized they'd been near a bounce dryer
So
sheet. Those things are toxic.
You mean your teeth whitening trays?
No, not my whitening trays, my Invisalign.
Oh, okay, because you said I put my teeth in.
I'm sorry, my Invisalign.
I look like this most of the time, and then I put my teeth in, I'm fine. So your Invisalign things.
Yeah.
Why do you have bounce dryer sheets in your purse?
Who doesn't have bounce
Hold
dryer
on,
sheets?
wait
in their
a
purse?
sec. So
no, I was traveling somewhere and I had a bounce dryer sheet in my travel bag.
And your Invisalign
got shuffled around and got near that.
and they were sitting on top of bounce
Yes,
dryer sheets.
Yes, don't ask.
So
but
then
anyways,
you poisoned.
She's like,
I
It's like a Seinfeld
I
episode.
totally poisoned myself. It was bad. Like there was something wrong with me. I thought I had COVID.
there was something.
That's
wrong.
when COVID was popping.
So how is
feel
wait a
good.
minute. So how is this lady eating 20 of these a day?
saying.
I don't know.
And you just have a bounce dryer sheet touch your Invisalign tray, and you're poisoned.
Yeah, I had to detox myself for a couple days after that.
She would eat like a whole box of them. If you look at that clip right there, that's her going to the doctor.
Oh, this is her?
Charmissa Edmond is a financial counselor for a university in Texas, living a seemingly ordinary life as a busy single mother of 3. But Charmissa also has a dangerous secret habit. For 4 years, she has been addicted to chewing dryer sheets.
Oh, my God.
She goes right to it.
Me, on the other hand,
Come on, is this real?
Look, listen to her.
sheets. It's a taste she developed after years of eating lavender soap.
All right, stop.
Okay, she can't deliver that like that line.
Just hit stop. Just hit stop. Wait a minute.
This is like a taste she
she's
developed
eating
after
it-
eating broccoli. Those
She's eating it like it's Big League Chew.
Yeah.
She started eating dryer sheets after chewing lavender soap for years? Oh, my.
The anchor said it like that's normal. That's
God,
not normal.
The anchor can't react. She's a professional.
It's not normal.
It's an entry
And I
peek.
love the taste of dryer sheets.
Oh, who doesn't?
I love that.
And I love the migraine I get after 'em.
Look at her just chomping on them.
She's eating these things
She folds them up into gum size.
like they're Pringles, and you have a bounce dryer sheet that just touches your
Yeah.
Invisalign, and suddenly you're dizzy and queasy,
Yeah,
and,
for
you think you're
days.
dying?
Yes, it was so bad. Those things are toxic
Or delicious.
Almost related to citrus. Wrapping the dryer sheets in tissue to soften the intensity of the taste, Charmissa chewed up to 8 sheets a day.
Oh, my.
Oh, she has a whole method to it.
Hey, guess what? The good news is there's no static cling.
No.
Anyway, the reason why I brought this up, aren't you even curious how this came up?
Yeah.
I'm more
Now
curious how dryer sheets taste.
Doctors removed 55 AA and AAA batteries from a woman's stomach. she eats batteries.
Now, listen. That's confusing to me because I've been told by someone in my family who's in the medical field that batteries and magnets. Oh, that if your kids eat either of those,
well, if the kids
that's
eating
not good.
that can cause like a perforation of your intestine and
Yes.
sepsis and all kinds of crap.
Oh, magnets are so delicious.
This is a woman. I typically don't do these foreign stories, but a woman from Dublin, Ireland, had emergency surgery. A 66-year-old woman. She had 55 AA and AAA batteries removed from her stomach. You ought to see the batteries are all lined up. You ought to see the x-rays of why would this woman eat batteries?
They're magically delicious.
Don't they, the acid comes out eventually?
Yeah,
And
you'd
kills
think.
you.
Also, I don't know what the hell's going on with batteries. It just seems that the last couple of years, whatever I put a battery in, the battery explodes. Have you guys noticed that? It
No.
doesn't matter whether it's Duracell, whether it's Energizer. All right, hold on. I got to finish with the battery eating lady and a whole lot more. And there was an old novelty song that I was reminded of because I heard about something that happened at a school's homecoming. And has this particular homecoming song been like totally canceled because of like current conditions? Hold on a minute. If you're curious, that and a whole lot, I got Hollywood stuff. We haven't even scratched the surface today. We got the long chunk of the MJ Morning Show next. Back in a minute on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. All right, a couple. 8:53, MJ with Fester and Roxanne and Froggy, Andrew the producer. We're all back together after Froggy had a trade show in Indianapolis last week, and then Fester was gone. What? You were gone, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, right?
I came in Tuesday morning because Froggy's flight was...
That's right.
He slept on a couch in the middle of nowhere.
That's right.
Right, yeah.
All right, so just finishing up on the battery lady. This is insane. I mean, it takes a lot for me to do a foreign story, but when I saw the x-rays and then like these batteries lined up like AA's and AAA's, when I saw this image, I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Doctors in Dublin, Ireland remove 55 batteries from a 66-year-old woman's colon and stomach. And unbelievably, it was not blocking up her works. How does that happen?
I don't know. Maybe she's trying to transition to robot.
I mean, is this like a sexual thing?
It's like, no, she was ingesting them. They weren't going up. No. She was eating the batteries.
Yeah, you said colon and
no. She was eating the batteries. She wasn't. She wasn't.
Froggy, you have to see the
Yeah, that was 8. A few more.
How was her energy level? Because were they energizers? Just beating the drum.
So doctors. A report of the incident was published in the Irish Medical Journal late last week. Details of the patient's arrival at St. Vincent's University Hospital, where an x-ray revealed the foreign objects in her body. And unbelievably, they said none were obstructing her gastrointestinal tract, according to Live Science, great website. Doctors initially decided to wait in hopes that she would pass the batteries. Damn it! Who took the batteries out of the remote control again?
We're going to have to wait for her to pass the batteries.
Can you imagine? You're holding the remote control up to the TV and nothing's happening, and then you open up the back and the damn battery door is off and there's no batteries inside.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so there's 8 Duracell. I see a picture. These are AA batteries and these are AAA
hold on,
batteries.
you can see what your Energizers. Now there are other brands in there,
So
but you can clear Energizers there.
3.
You can see which ones. I know what an Energizer looks like, and I know what a Duracell looks like.
9, 10, 11, 12 Energizers, 8 Duracells, a couple of no-name brands.
Oh, I see a Panasonic. See the blue one? That's a Panasonic.
Okay, is that a rechargeable battery?
You know what? I use Panasonic. I've got a new version of the Shearwater Perdix dive computer.
Sweet.
and I use the Panasonic or I use like a lithium. You use a AA lithium in there. They tell you use the lithium because the lithium batteries, they don't explode like the regular alkalines like Duracell and Energizers.
What about when you ingest them?
It's funny she became a study in Ireland.
Fester, is this unbelievable? Fester's literally looking at the image of these batteries that are lined up that were taken out of this lady's...
Somebody having nose fireworks?
Yeah, that was me.
Oh, God.
Was that your nose? Was that your nose?
That was me.
It sounded like a vibration or something.
No,
weird.
that was me because I just...
What are you... No.
Nose bottle rocket.
All right, hold on. Roxanne doesn't know this about MJ.
No, that's usually when I blow my nose heavily. So
don't do that again. That's horrible.
My ears were a little stuffed, so I just like a diver's like the Valsalvo maneuver where you pinch your nose and it's like when you clear your ears on an airplane.
Right.
Or if you're a scuba diver, you do that Valsalvo maneuver. That's what it's called when you pinch your nose and you blow out your ears. So hold on, I just did it because I was a little congested and it's making little squeaks. Hang on.
No. 4th of July is over.
Okay, MJ's nose makes this odd squeaking sound after he valsalivates it.
No. If I do you still hear it?
Yeah, we still hear it.
They're going off.
It's not pleasing, so stop. Nobody wants to hear the inside of your nose.
I can't help it. I'm sorry. All right, so where were we? Oh, the battery lady. So 55 battery. All right, I got to move on here.
But can we just add the little caveat that most people might die if they ate any batteries, so don't do it. Like it's very unusual.
don't. Do
Very
we
unusual
do
that
we
she's alive.
really need to say
Yeah, we
don't
do.
eat batteries?
Because someone's going to hear this and be like, oh, wow, they're talking about this lady. She's out there.
Son of a bitch! Who took the batteries out of the smoke detector?
Sorry.
Beep, 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 beep.
No, it wouldn't be going beep,
wouldn't
beep,
go
beep. No.
Look, there's no 9 volts.
I needed to put another one down the throat.
Do you know how many watch batteries she could have eaten?
Oh, yeah, for real.
Thousands of them.
I mean, for whatever reason, she's into double A's and triple A's, not like 9 volts.
Those taste the best.
Maybe those just. Well, I love, even to this day, I'll put my tongue on a 9 volt.
Yeah.
So
you're that guy?
Well, no. Here's the deal. Like when I'm changing the batteries out on our smoke detectors, and we got a ton of smoke detectors in our house, and when I change them out, I'll take my tongue and put it up to the battery to see, does it still have some zizz left, you know?
I think that's a wives' tale. I don't think that's how you could tell.
You know what I like to do?
Oh, hold on a minute, Roxanne, just one sec. Okay. Yes, I can
It's a
tell.
wives' tale,
I can tell a brand new 9 volt out of the package versus one that's been
You get 9 volt battery test tomorrow.
Not all 9 dead 9 volts don't give you the
Dude,
zizz.
you don't
not
get
real.
Dude, it is real. You don't get the same zizz when a 9 volt is dissipated and it doesn't have the same charge. You don't get the same zizz on your tongue
You're a liar.
that you get.
It's
No, I'm
not
not a
true.
liar. No, I'm not a liar.
Are you making this up as you go, Froggy? How are
That's
you
like saying when you rub Coke on your tongue, you're like, this is it. This is Coke.
Fester,
It's a wives' tale.
Fester knows exactly what I'm talking about. That an expended 9
Fester
volt
eats boogers. What does he know?
I do. Although I don't know why you
really,
should.
guys, come on. Can you stop it, please?
All true.
All right, so I got to move on here.
Everybody knows.
All right, I'm reading a story yesterday, right?
Yes.
I'm reading a story, and I'm like, you know what? I haven't heard that song in a long time. So this happened in Augusta, Georgia. Richmond County Sheriff's Office investigators are on the scene of a shooting that occurred on the Josie High School campus. It happened at 5:24 p.m. on Saturday. Upon arrival, deputies discovered 2 victims that appeared to have sustained at least 1 gunshot wound. It turns out the altercation took place prior to the shooting, and it happened after the football game during the school's homecoming. Now, so homecoming and gunshots at a high school homecoming in Georgia. Now, first of all, September, the 17th, which was Saturday, isn't that really early for homecoming?
I mean, I usually think
was
of
like
it October, November.
late October,
Yeah.
early November, right?
Mm-hmm.
High school homecomings for me were always typically late October. You know what? Ours were
Middle of
always
fall.
Ours were always after Halloween, so it was like the first weekend in November.
We were a mid-October school.
I
You
wouldn't
were?
know. I never went.
But mid-September, that is very early for homecoming. All right, so you've got a shooting at a homecoming. What would potentially cross my mind?
What precipitated it?
No. What song would
Oh.
cross my mind?
Shot through the heart. And
No.
you're to blame.
No.
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 A homecoming song.
Yes.
Hit me with your best shot.
No. And by the way, Pat Benatar says she's not performing that song live anymore because of
no.
That's a little bit of a stretch, I
Yeah,
think.
I think so.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, you ever hear this thing?
Okay.
My God.
All right,
This is Rocky Horror Picture Show?
Can anyone play that anymore? I mean, in this day and age, has that song been canceled? That's that Julie Brown girl.
I've never heard that.
Julie Brown, she did a whole bunch of novelty songs. Remember, I Like 'Em Big and Stupid? That was another one. And what was the other one that she did?
What?
Because I'm a blonde.
Oh, because I'm a blonde. You remember that?
I've never heard
Yeah.
of this lady, but I love her.
Yeah, Julie Brown. She was
I
like
remember the
back
it's
in the
DJ.
80s. No, it's not
Oh,
that. No,
There was 2 Julie Browns.
it's not downtown Julie Brown. It's not her. It's the other one. And she was like a comedian. She's a writer, and she had all these parody songs back in like the 1980s. And she did like Everybody Run, Homecoming Queen's Got a Gun, I Like 'Em Big and Stupid, and Because I'm a Blonde. Those are some of her parody songs. So I saw this story about this homecoming gunfire, and a couple of folks shot. I think they're going to be okay. But then I'm like, my God, I haven't heard in a long time? Homecoming Queen's Got a Gun. And I'm like, have they canceled that thing?
I've never heard that. And can you play another one of her songs?
Wacko's Wish, Plump Fiction.
If you hear the
Plump
blonde,
Fiction.
the blonde song will ring a bell to you.
That's fine.
Yeah, here's the blonde song.
Can you spell it?
Because I'm a blonde. I haven't heard this in a long time either. Here we go.
Because I'm blonde, I don't have to think. I talk like a baby and I never pay for drinks. Don't have to worry about getting a man. If I keep this blonde and I keep these tan. Because I'm a blonde, yeah, yeah, yeah.
So true.
Because I'm a blonde, yeah, yeah, yeah.
You never heard that, Froggy?
I talk like a baby.
No, I've never heard this woman. And she sounds like a female version of Weird Al, but doesn't quite do.
She's nowhere nearly as successful as Weird Al, but she had a thing for a little while. Good
Yeah, she
for her.
did. All right, so I'm coming out of Publix yesterday. I had to go pick up a script at Publix pharmacy on Neptune. So Michelle had a script I got to go pick up, right? And it wasn't for me. It was Michelle's. And I go to the pharmacy near our house. I go to the Publix near our house, which is the Publix on Kennedy across from West Shore, the old Sports Authority location.
Yeah.
So I go there to pick up some sourdough, get some eggs, and they were all out of the 18-pack of the Vital eggs. I don't know what's going on. Yeah,
Darn
yeah.
it.
Yep. So, and then it got worse from there. So they were out of the eggs, and then I go to the pharmacy, and they're like, nope, that's not here. Hold on a minute. Oh, this was filled at the Neptune store.
Oh.
I'm like, oh, my God. So I say to Michelle, is it at the store near our house, or is it at the other pharmacy, the other Publix pharmacy? And she's like, oh, yeah, it's the other one. I'm like, well, don't you think you should have told me this?
Well, there's 15.
She's a blonde. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, there's like 15
Well,
Publixes in South
I
Florida.
I went to the other store, and I walk in, and I noticed that there were kids out with a card table selling stuff. And then on the way out, this lady says, MJ! I'm like, whoa, holy moly. And it was a woman with a whole bunch of Cub Scouts, and the Cub Scouts, they do their popcorn sales. So for the Girl Scouts, it's the cookies, and the Cub Scouts, for years, they've done popcorn. Like Julian was a Cub Scout, my son. So we sold the popcorn. So I'm coming out, and listen, the minute they recognize me, I got to buy something, right?
Right.
Yeah, right.
Suddenly,
You could have said, piss off.
Yeah, guess what we saw? We saw that guy from the radio show, and what a jerk.
So the minute I'm noticed or recognized, I got to buy whatever.
Good tactic, man.
But listen, I'm happy to do it because my daughter, Chloe, sold Girl Scout cookies. My son was in Cub Scouts. He did the popcorn sales. But listen, I'm just being honest. Like if I'm in a rush, and I'll get you next time. I can't do that. The minute I'm recognized, or if even I have an inkling that I've been recognized, if I don't buy something, I'm suddenly that cheap son of a MJ.
Oh, yeah.
So the lady, she played it right. She goes, MJ! I love you. I listen every day. So I'm on the line. No, I'm happy to do it. Mm-hmm. So I bought a box of microwave popcorn from the Cub Scouts who were set up outside of the Publix on Neptune yesterday.
Specialty popcorn?
You bought microwave popcorn?
Orville?
Did they not have
novelty specialty?
Caramel corn? Or
They have the bags of stuff, or you can buy the microwave. For me, the microwave stuff is more practical. So I bought the microwave popcorn. So there was a guy there as well. There was a male scout leader that was also with the woman and the kids, and he's like, MJ, he recognized me too. It's like, I listen every day as well. So thank you so much. We're highly rated at the Cub Scout popcorn table outside of Publix in South Tampa. Our ratings are through the roof over there.
Sounds like
All right. So I get an email from Pack 1381 from a guy they call the Colonel. And guess what? He's the Colonel, Kern.
oh no.
Kernel when they're doing the popcorn sales.
That's silly.
Yeah,
Of course
so
he is.
he signs it the popcorn kernel. So I get an email. Pleasure meeting you late this afternoon. The scouts and their grandmother could not stop talking about how exciting it was to meet you and take a picture with you. It was a treat. Thank you so much for generously sharing some of your time supporting the pack with the popcorn sale. It's Cub Scout Pack 1381. At the public store sale, you met Antoine and Warren Davis, 8 years old, of the Bear Den third graders. Betty Smith was the grandmother, and I met Andrew Shelton, who's the popcorn colonel. As our fundraising leader, a quick note personally on both Antoine and Warren. At the beginning of their storefront sales shift, they were a little shy and quiet, but then as the day went on, the kids started opening up and started like engaging with the customers.
Enthusiasm
Yeah.
sells, kids.
Isn't that fantastic?
Hey, popcorn, who wants over here? Hey,
Yeah.
Four Eyes, you want a bag?
Pack 1381 is chartered out of American Legion Post 138, serves South Tampa primarily. So, hey, thank you very much. We're led by Chris Ragusa.
Are we going to name everybody in the troop?
Name all the guys in the troop.
Let's go on every name of the kid.
Hold on, they gave me a link so I can put the link
to what?
So people can
Sir,
order,
what are you so mad about?
people can order the popcorn online.
Great. Okay.
All right.
Put it up on your Instagram. Then.
That's what I'm going to do.
So
Okay.
mad.
Yes.
All right, folks, give me a couple of minutes, and I'm going to put the picture of me and the scout leaders and the Cub Scouts right in front of their table set up at Publix. I'm going to put up the picture from, folks that say, hey, if you don't have a picture, it didn't happen. Well, guess what? I got a picture. All right. So I'm going to post that, and then I'll put the link if you want to order popcorn from their I guess special site. I'll put the link up on my Instagram. So I'll post that in just a bit. Give me a few minutes, and I'll post it up on Certified MJ Radio. That's Certified MJ Radio if you want to support this. But it's just nice. It's running into people. But I'll tell you what, that's a surefire way to get me to buy is recognize me. Because I can't walk away being some like cheapskate MJ from the radio.
I wonder why you get recognized so much. Is it because you're so weirdly shaped?
No, it's
Maybe because you waddle. Is the way he walks.
Listen, I was at Costco yesterday. So the Bucks game was so crappy at halftime. I said, I'm running errands. I did.
I'm
Seriously.
going to Costco.
I did. So yesterday during the Bucks game, I'm like, I'm out of here.
That's the time to
yeah,
go.
really.
So Costco was still busy.
Was it?
So I went to the Costco up.
That one's always busy.
Off of Line Ball.
Yeah.
So I went to that Costco, and at first I stopped at the mall because I wanted to get some New Balances. So I saw Ken at the New Balance store to get some new 990s, and then I went to Costco, and walking into the mall, I had 3 or 4 people say, "Hey, MJ, love the show." Costco, man, I don't know what it is. But when I'm in Costco, 20, 30 people. It's like, hey, I took 4 pictures yesterday in Costco again from people. Hey, can I get a picture? Can I get a picture? Sure, absolutely.
Wow.
So I got the kimchi and the Korean beef jerky in I had a very Korean-centric basket yesterday because I love that Korean pork jerky is
You had
amazing.
Korean meat in your mouth while people are coming up.
And then I can't help it.
Listen.
I do open up one, and when I'm shopping, I'm eating the damn thing.
You got to grab a third thing. The Korean pot stickers are so good. You can't always find them. I
Yeah.
sent you a picture of them before.
Now, what did I pick up yesterday? I picked
Tell
up.
me every item.
Yeah, let's go down the whole shopping list.
I'm not going down the Costco
You know what?
shopping
We're going
list.
to post a copy of MJ's receipt at Certified MJ Radio.
Sticky rice.
So thanks to everyone. And people are like, I hope you don't mind me saying hi. Now, if ever you see me, folks, please say hi.
Not me.
Listen, we would not exist if it weren't for the listeners. So I have no issue with anyone saying hello anywhere. I have no issue at all.
What about in a public restaurant?
Hey, I was at Roca a couple of weeks back, not this past weekend, but the weekend before. We were at Roca.
I like Roca.
Yep. And guy comes over and says, "Hey, MJ, I hope you don't mind me disturbing you, but we're at the table over here and we saw you and wanted to say hi." It was Chris. Chris is one of the owners of Lucan's Liquors.
Okay.
And Chris rolled over and said hi. And he's like, I hope you don't mind me stopping over. I'm like, absolutely not. I have no issue when people say hi to me, whether I'm at dinner, whether I'm at Costco or the mall, wherever. I have no issue with anyone coming up and saying hi.
Now, the proctologist office is a bit much. I mean, let's just hold off on that. I mean, thanks for listening, but give me some time.
You're always allowed to come up and say hi. I've got no problem with it whatsoever. All right, I got a lightning round. We're so far behind today. I mean, we've already done a ton of stuff, but we're just one of these days where we got sidetracked by a couple of things. Roxanne, you took us on a 20-minute ride with my nose injury.
We needed to know what happened.
All right, well, now you know what happened. I fell.
While you're going potty.
While I was going potty.
Yeah, you ain't taking a number one.
Did I? I didn't post anything yet, did I? All right, so I got. You know what? I'll post. I got a lot of stuff to put up. So I'll either put it up on the Instagram. We'll probably put it up on mjmorningshow.com as well. So stand by. I saw this over the weekend, but I guess it was published last week. Creative Loafing. Did you see? Creative Loafing had a list of the most miserable places in Tampa Bay.
Oh, man.
Oh, I want to see this.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's why I thought it was interesting, and I wasn't aware of this. I saw it over the weekend. The most miserable places in Tampa Bay.
I love Creative Loafing.
And they say Tampa Bay is great. There's a reason everyone is moving here, blah, blah, blah. But whether it's in the car trying to get some shopping done or just or just...
You got that?
Shopping done or just out and about. There we go. There are hellscapes that any Tampa Bay resident will try to avoid. So then they list like these hellish places, and you pretty much know all of these. And they're just common places around town. And the first one, Roxanne, is these are hellish places to avoid. The first one is West Chase. What else is there to say?
Oh, my God.
That's no joke. I mean, Line Bars become a parking lot
but
after
it's
half the day.
It's a picture of coming out of that West Chase shopping area. What do you call that? There's the Tijuana Flats.
Yeah.
What? And there's a Japanese place on the corner.
I don't know the name of that
shopping.
plaza, but I know, there's also Burger 21 in there.
Right. So it's West Chase. It's the top of the list.
Wait, and why did they said nothing else to say.
It's like hellish places.
Like hellish as in what?
I think it's the traffic. I think it's just the snarls. The second one is IKEA on a Sunday.
Oh, forget it.
Yeah. I haven't been to the IKEA here in 5 years, maybe more.
It's the same.
IKEA on a Sunday. And I don't need any wood blocks with plastic bins. We got out of that phase with the kids like 10 years ago. So IKEA on a Sunday is on the list. But it says at least you can treat yourself to a bag of 75-cent hot dogs.
All right, the jokes are awesome.
You don't want like a big bucket of longanberry sauce or something?
Yeah. All right, the next thing on the hellscape list is trying to get a table at any International Plaza restaurant before a Bucks game.
Oh, I bet.
Is that
it's probably a nightmare.
Just a mess?
That's a very specific thing.
It is. But but people know these things. Another hellish place to be. In your car behind a pedal pub in St. Petersburg.
What are those?
Those are like the pedal bars that drive around, right?
But they drive around at like a mile an hour. It's like, oh, gosh.
A bunch of moms.
Don't get behind this thing. Another hellish place in Tampa Bay, any porta potty at the Gasparilla Parade.
Oh, gross.
Oh, I'll tear those up.
Next on the list, trying to leave Raymond James Stadium after any event. Just fire my corpse out of one of those damn cannons and be done with it.
No kidding.
That's what it says.
He's right on.
He's got to leave at the end of the third quarter.
Yeah.
I got to admit, I don't partake in many of these events, but I agree with all of them.
Did I get them all? Go bring it up on online because I printed out like 5 pages. I don't know if I missed any. But, hey, so far I agree with pretty much all of these things.
I thought it'd be something like the tax collector's office where they just give you a number and you sit there forever waiting to renew your tag or something.
Or 2001 or Deja Vu at Sunrise.
I don't know if that would qualify.
Oh, it would.
Yeah.
It so would.
What were we going to say, Roxanne?
I don't see why you have to hate on West Chase so much. I mean, I'm not sitting in traffic around those spots at 5 o'clock.
I mean, what about those fish hawk floozies? Huh?
Yeah, right.
How come we're not hating on them?
Yeah.
Psst.
Did you just go, yeah?
I'm imitating how Fester's imitating you.
Gotcha. All right, so most miserable places, I think the list was pretty good. So thanks to Creative Loafing.
What about South Tampa? That's
For that.
miserable.
No kidding, man.
Well, let me tell you what I don't understand, and I've said this before. I'll say it again. I like Trader Joe's. I have about a dozen things that we buy at Trader Joe's. So there are about a dozen things on my hot list at TJ's. But how the hell did that Trader Joe's get zoned?
Which one?
How is that approved? The Trader Joe's
right there.
on Swan. How I mean, do you realize that the traffic there, that lot is not big enough for the store?
No.
So there are not enough parking spaces for that store. I don't know. I can't believe that the number of parking spaces with that square footage and the store, I can't believe that they have anywhere enough parking spaces. That's number one. But the ingress and egress, have you seen it? It gets backed up. The traffic on a weekend, for instance, will get backed up, and Dale Mabry is like blocked. Right there at Southdale Mabry and Swan, the traffic gets blocked. Then you got cars going the other way toward the west down Swan, all jamming up the residential neighborhood in there. I have no idea how. I remember when I built my house, I had like I'm sorry, but this is 2 inches out of whack. And I get stuff like that when down at planning, and I have some pilasters on my front property, and that's the setback is 2 inches too far, and I'm getting
every code truck is coming by every day.
Yeah, I'm getting nickeled and dimed on little things. I'm building a house, and that Trader Joe's in South Tampa, which I like Trader Joe's, but I cannot believe who got paid off to sign off on allowing that Trader Joe's to be put right there, and all the traffic hassles and nightmares. Who the hell got their palms greased? How did that happen?
Is that one run by the mob?
Somebody got a boat.
But then you've got people that are just trying to go down Swan, and they can't because the traffic is just both directions. It's totally blocked. You can't go anywhere.
Obviously, you're quite passionate.
We're having a zoning issue at the Trader Joe's.
Well,
Little
I'll
situation.
tell you what. Something that might have happened. You either get the Trader Joe's, you get the site plan approved, or else, it'd be very, very unfortunate if you had a little accident.
I'd like to submit this to a code Trader Giuseppe's.
That's a very nice house you have over there on,
Hate to see it.
on whatever.
Hey, Sil, I heard we're having zoning situations.
Yeah, what's that school your kids go to? Oh, yeah, that one over
Yeah,
there. Yeah,
I think I know. It's coming back to me now.
You know what? I'll be able to forget that school if we just get this Trader Joe's zoning approved.
Yeah, the mob's alive and well in Tampa.
Listen, something was at play for that Trader Joe's to get zoned right there. I like the store, but it just should have been at a different location.
Hey, I really want my wife to be able to get cookie butter anytime she wants. So let's build a Trader Joe's.
Let's not forget how Marie loves the snap peas.
Hey, it's a thing.
By the way, that's on my list. The English peas. I buy those bags of the
Marie too.
The shelled hulled peas. I buy those English peas.
You love those.
Oh man,
She likes the dried peaches.
I'll sit down and I'll eat a whole bag.
Francesca can't stop talking about the $2 chuck.
Franny's still talking about that wine.
Boy, if we could just get this past code, huh?
All right, goodbye.
I saw a whole
Who
truck
was mayor
of
then?
that
Pam?
stuff.
Was Pam mayor?
Go on all day.
Pam, put this up for us. What you thought?
Final chunk of the MJ Morning Show is next.
I love Mayor Pam.
But hey, Creative Loafing ought to add the Trader Joe's traffic jam to their list of hellscapes in Tampa Bay on a Saturday and Sunday. Forget about it.
Forget about it.
All right, hang on. Final chunk of the MJ Morning Show is next here on Q105. Stand by. Hey. Morning Show, Q105. MJ, Fester, Froggy, Roxanne. Final chunk of the show today. A lot to cram in. And what do you give me? What do you give me a look for?
You totally missed it.
What?
Toward the end of the song, Froggy stood up at attention and saluted the television.
I can't believe you guys weren't.
I'm looking down.
You're supposed to be saluting the television.
Froggy saluted the television. The Queen's
casket is heading toward Windsor Castle.
Froggy is
like JFK Jr. in his little knickerbockers.
Is the funeral done? Did they have like the ceremony and everything? And
I don't know. We've been doing the morning show.
Yeah, I know. All right, Froggy, don't salute the Queen's casket. All right, listen.
If anything, you're mocking it. Stop it, Froggy.
I tell you one thing that's standing out. You know, we didn't have a lot of Queen funeral stuff today.
No.
I think that a lot of folks are just, here in America at least, I think a lot of people are just kind of burned out on it. It's been a lot of Queen stuff the last week.
I talked to Billy Bebop, who works for Radio 1 over there, and he said he was depressed for like a day. Now he's over.
Let me tell you what Queen story that I did see earlier today, which I think is noteworthy. A spider was seen crawling on top of the Queen's casket.
Ew.
What does that mean? That's what I want to know. What does that mean?
It's arachnophobia.
God save the Queen.
While the monarch's coffin was making its way down Westminster Abbey, a spider appeared on top of the casket. And now it's being called the Royal Spider and all kinds of stuff here.
I'm the word.
Luckiest spider. I don't need a spider impersonation from you.
What's your spider voice? What is the spider
How's
voice?
it different from the bee voice?
Royal Spider, yes. Don't you think that we have...
Can I get a spider with a British accent, please?
I'm trying. It's not easy.
The itsy bitsy spider crawled up the Queen's casket.
Crawled up her leg. Yes, hello.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, that was harder than I thought. Doing a spider with an accent.
British spider.
After the Bucks game yesterday, we had the 1 o'clock game. And then, of course, the 4 o'clock game. Who was that? That was that Cowboys?
Was it the Dallas-Cincinnati game?
Yeah, it was, 4 o'clock game was Cowboys-Bengals.
Yeah, Cowboys-Bengals, man.
And I hear this guy. This guy's on CBS. So whoever this announcer is, he's on CBS, and I'm kind of mystified. Why do they allow this guy to be so stereotypically pukey in his delivery?
Ooh, really?
It's the voiceover guy that lists the sponsors. In fact, I did record a little bit of it here. Listen to this.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Verizon, the network America relies on.
The network America relies on.
Yeah, I find that comforting on NFL Sunday.
The network America relies on.
For that role, I think that's pretty cool.
No, come on. There are other announcers that don't sound like...
The Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Well,
the Home Depot.
That guy's
where
famous
doers
for that.
get more done.
That's the guy. What's his name? Skizzy Reynolds?
I don't know who the hell this is.
And by.
And by.
He has that.
And by. And by.
I'm pretty sure it's Skizzy Reynolds.
Who is this guy?
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
Geico.com.
He's like, yes. How was that, guys? Was that good?
Geico.com.
Do I need to do a take two? All right, here we go. No take two? Okay, we're good. Sounds like a Mickey Mouse who's on the mic.
Geico.com.
No one will ever be better than Harry Callis.
Oh, my God. Could someone depuculate that guy? I mean, come on. Who
Harry
is
Callis?
that guy?
Is that a joke?
No.
Go to mjmorningshow.com.
Wasn't Callis an announcer? This guy's the voiceover guy.
Yeah, just the CBS voiceover guy.
No,
Andrew.
No, I was going to say what Roxanne was talking about, Harry Callis. He's
got a Harry,
all sorts of stuff. I don't know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
voiceover and all sorts of stuff. He was the play-by-play for the Philadelphia Phillies for over 50 years.
He's an NFL Films guy.
I
He did all the NFL Films.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about.
Todd's dad.
Yeah, Todd Callis' dad.
Harry Callis.
Sounds like he's always tubing
got
it.
a Harry Callis going on.
Those Granger spots.
Oh, yeah. Hey, were you able to find anything on the corn kid?
Yeah, I just pulled it up, and I've got and some information.
Where did it
What do you wanna
happen?
know?
Like if I've had 10 people send me this, it's more like 150. Have you guys heard the Corn Kid? He's sort of like the new I Like Turtles kid.
His name is Tarek. He's 7 years old.
Where did this happen? Does it say? And like, who's the interviewer?
I agree with him though.
What is the Corn Kid?
I'm
I don't know.
I'm going to play it for you right now.
I think it's South Dakota.
This kid was interviewed at like what appears to be like a state fair or
Yes.
or some kind of an event.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where they have all kinds of like food stands. And the kid's got a big, like roasted corn on the cob. You know when they take corn on the cob and they put it on the grill and get the grill marks on it?
Oh,
And that's like a great fair food item.
Right. The kid is holding up a piece of corn on the cob, and he's being interviewed about his corn on the cob.
For me, I really like corn.
What do you like about corn?
Ever since I was told that corn was real, it tasted good.
Did you think corn wasn't real?
But when I tried it with butter, everything changed.
When I tried it with butter, everything changed.
Was this kid got a hair lip?
Is this real? Is this a real deal? All right, hang on.
I love corn.
I love corn.
How embarrassing.
Do you think everyone should be eating corn?
No, not everyone has to like it to be the best.
Yeah.
Everyone just has to try it. Have a bite.
What else are your favorite things?
I play a variety of games. I
Play a variety of games.
didn't see Kag. Never lava monster. Yeah, mostly corn. I mean, then look at this then. I can't imagine a more beautiful thing. It's corn. Look at this.
It's corn!
Because corn is awesome.
Can you describe corn to someone who's never tasted it before?
A big lump with knobs. It has
It's a big lump with knobs.
He's right.
That's what corn is, a big lump with knobs.
the juice. It's the part that mostly makes me like the cone.
How much do you think corn should cost?
$1. I hope you very have a contastic day.
I hope you have a... Come on, is this kid being fed lines?
Yeah, where's his family
This
just
kid's
standing there?
This kid's 7 years old. Come on, what's going on with this corn kid here?
Okay, there's a couple issues with this. One, he is not the turtle kid.
No, the turtle kid.
The turtle kid was one
line.
line, dead-eyed into the camera, delivers it, nobody saw it coming. This kid's a long-form interview, and if anything, he's
a corn monologue guy.
Hey, Andrew, look for I Like Turtles. It's in the computer. I Like Turtles.
I wish I Like Turtles kid came out of the bushes and just attacked them.
I would like the turtle kid and this kid to go at it. That's what I want to see. All right, so what do you know about this kid?
So they're actually from New York, and they went to visit South Dakota, but South Dakota named Tarek, his name's Tarek, the state's corn ambassador. And even...
He's the corn ambassador of South Dakota?
Yes, and the corn kid and his family traveled from New York to South Dakota to attend this official ceremony, giving him the honor and to check out the state's corn palace.
All right, so who do you like better? You like the turtle kid? Do you like the turtle kid? Do you like the
turtles.
There we go. All right.
I like turtles.
There it is. Hit it again.
I like turtles.
There we go. What happened the first time around? All right. So the turtle kid or the corn kid?
A corntastic day?
What? It's just a pun about cone.
Who added the sound effects to this
If
thing?
anyone loves cone, if you come to me, I can tell you all about it.
Do you like corn?
No.
Have you ever had corn before?
No.
And then it ends with a girl at the end, sort of like the antithesis of the corn kid. And then there's a girl at the end who's asked, "Do you like corn?" No.
That's the worst reporter I've
Can
ever
we
heard.
acknowledge? First of all, this isn't a real reporter. This is just a guy with a microphone talking to kids.
Corntastic day. I don't know who made this thing, but it doesn't seem like it's 100% real to me. It just seems like it was staged and edited, and the kid was told what to say, and then it was all slapped together to make it look spontaneous.
You haven't been to a state fair or any kind of big public gathering in a while like this. There are people walking around now, MJ, with GoPros and videotaping everything, just trying to create some kind of content. So somebody sees this kid eating, and they start interviewing him for their TikTok page.
Hey, let's talk to this kid about the corn he's eating.
Where
I bet
the
this will be
turtle
good.
kid was being interviewed by like a real news agency.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I wouldn't call it a news agency. I would call it like a TV station.
A news agency.
Oh my gosh.
It's a news agency.
Are you going to move on?
Yes.
Are we?
Okay.
Well, we're
I have
done.
a great
We're-
transition.
We're done for the day.
Let's talk about Anna Kournikova now. And what she think?
All right,
thank you.
Pity laugh, everybody. That's good.
There's a good story. There's a good story
Yeah,
with
that-
Enrique Iglesias.
Enrique Iglesias
Yes.
is married to Anna Kournikova.
Kournikova, yeah.
And then Enrique Iglesias, he was seen like totally like French kissing a fan.
Yeah.
That's what I do, yes.
Corn is
And
good.
he was kind of feeling her butt, too.
I like corn.
All of my morals left when I cut my mole off.
So what does Anna Kournikova think about that, huh?
Yeah.
All right, we got to roll, folks. I got to get my pictures up. I got to get my toilet that almost killed me. I got to get that picture up, and then I got to get the Cub Scouts up. So I'll put it up on my Instagram, Certified MJ Radio. Give me a follow.